Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Thursday night Nerd Rage Gaming Locals. My name is Brian DeVeza, and I'm joined today with my good buddy Mo. Mo, how are you doing today?
What is up? I'm Moitis, and I'm ready to talk about Pokemon because I spent the whole morning running around guiding little minds,
Yeah.
and my brain is mush.
Yeah, my brain is mushed too from the last few days. These 12-hour nursing days are definitely getting to me, but we're gonna have a great time today, and I'm really excited. We have a good turnout today, and we have a lot of good players here. So our format today is still gonna be our current standard format because a lot of our players are getting ready to go with the go to San Antonio. So that's why we decided to do that for today. And we have a Regidrago mirror. So Mo, what are some of the things about the mirror do you think that we should point out?
Yeah, we wanted to get a jump start and stream the finals of San Antonio right here.
Yeah.
Given it's going to be the same matchup, it might not be the same player because Michael Storm does not play regionals. He's more so just our local judge. He's goaded,
Yes, he's the
and
man.
we still wanted to just show that he's nice with it. He knows how to play the game as well as do a great job judging our events here at Nerd Rage Gaming. And so we're just streaming the Regidrago mirror. Now, starting Squawkabilly, it can be a little bit of a liability, but also it gives him the option to go like maybe attach to the active and then motivate to one of his Regidragos, meaning that he needs one less energy switch later in the tournament, or not tournament, but later in the match. But then on Larry's side, he's going first. So he started his free pivot as a Mew. He's already getting his little Executor in the discard, which is actually pretty good since you can go
Yeah.
for that swinging fiend.
Yeah, it's definitely good because I've definitely gotten a lot of good use out of it when I played this to Toronto. And it just feels like sometimes with like the basics, you can just get a free two prizes no matter if you flip heads or tails. So definitely a really useful card, but definitely one that's kind of been coming in and out of like the meta as like our Surging Sparks meta's kind of moved on.
Yeah, some people are like on the fence of having the swing fiend, but then I think that like whether you play that or not, it I don't know if it matters. Like
Yeah.
I'm 50-50 on some of these card counts really mattering because at the end of the day it comes down to the player and how they play. Given you have to play like the 3/3 Rigid Drago, that's all standard, but it's like a 58 card list that's pretty concrete. Um, I think it's whether you play 3 fire versus 2 fire and a SER, the Superior Energy Retrieval. There's some things you cannot change, but I do think that you have to play like you just have to play well.
Yeah,
That's the biggest thing. The
definitely.
most important thing is that you're gonna do well in a tournament if you play well. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day what the 60th card is.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like a deck like Regidrago has definitely like had a lot, like a very high skill ceiling, and you can definitely tell like who the really, really good players are with it and who has put the most time into the deck.
Not Larry playing a really old E-Switch. Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's
okay.
not too bad.
Yeah.
Getting another research here is like not game losing. But getting the Kudra is pretty good in the mirror.
Yeah, definitely.
The research just means like a late game Iono means you're not gonna draw that research because you're probably gonna play it next turn, depending on what the top deck is. I mean, a top deck Ultra Ball would be insane. That's probably what Larry wants to see. Top deck Ultra Ball, Grass Energy, those are pretty good. And on Michael's side, we see. Oh, he's playing the
Ooh, the
Pokestop
Pokestop.
version too.
Yeah.
Um, Now Michael being a judge, he doesn't really play too much. I would have maybe liked to see the leaning into the. Oh, I would have liked to see like an earthen vessel into his earthen vessel for some energies, attach the energy to the squawkabilly. Whether he's playing the Pokestop or not, which he didn't activate it yet. But then I would like to see after after the fact he goes in for the motivate onto the squawkabilly, given that's a free 2 price cards for Larry, but you set up those energies.
Yeah, the energy setup is the biggest part because you don't have to rely as much on the E switch. And to address Fjord in the chat, if battle decks are good for new players, I think it kind of depends on which battle deck you get. I think the premier one for players right now is the Charizard EX battle. Is it a battle league deck or something like that?
Yeah, the League Battle deck for
Yeah, League
Charizard.
battle
You
deck.
forget it's a
Yeah,
League Battle deck because it literally gives you like 40 cards that are going to be in the deck
yeah,
post rotation, and then it gives you researches. It gives you extra energy, which I mean the energies or
yeah.
whatever, but it gives you like a playset of researches, a playset of Buddy Poffin, a playset of Rare Candy,
Yeah, it gives you like a 2/2 Pidgeot line and
two
all
Pidgeot,
the
and a
yeah,
three
and it gives you Prime Catcher.
three yeah a Prime Catcher,
Yeah,
3 Charizard EXs. Like one of my students is actually I gave him that deck for
yeah.
Christmas, and I'm teaching him how to play the game.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right now He's a Pokemon Pocket fiend.
Yeah.
He has been like, Mr. Mo, I
Yeah.
pulled the Charizard today. He actually pulled one today, and I
Yeah.
showed him. I'm not too I'm not too old, and I
Yeah.
have the goodies too. I have a Moltres character rare, or
Yeah.
whatever it's called.
Nice, nice.
And Michael gets rid of the double earthen vessel, which that could come up too. I
Yeah.
feel like, oh, I don't want to knock on wood that he's gonna have to V-star for an earthen vessel
Yeah.
later in the game, because I think he also got rid of the SER as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's down his energy search outs. All he's gonna have to do is raw draw them because he hasn't searched them out from his deck. So it just feels a little awkward, but I mean, he's trucking through.
Yep.
He has not even used Squawkabilly yet. Michael is
Yep.
referring to Squawkabilly. Okay, good.
Yeah.
He's using it. I thought he was gonna pass the turn. I'm like,
Nah.
Michael, please. You have
Please.
2 cards in hand that can't be that good.
Yeah.
And one of them was the Gudra. So both players have the Gudra in their discard pile. I know Michael probably has a couple more, but let's go ahead and see what's happening here.
Yeah.
Michael's also discarding the Canceling Cologne as well as the Executor. And so they're literally on equal footing. They both have the Executor and the Gudra in the discard pile. But we just see that there's, 2 Regidrago on one side, 1 Regidrago. So we could see, what happens if Larry attacks and has a lone Regidrago? What's the response then?
Yeah. So the next response is maybe like an Ogre Pond play, or like you might be able to like set up Radiant Charizard with like attach and double E switch. I think that's like another play that you can kind of do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to get the double Drago down, especially going second.
Yeah, I think that like Michael, he has the luxury of being able to he has 2 Regidragos in play. So if the one gets knocked out that has energy on it, he still has 2 more. But Larry has to get another one in play just because you're looking out for the response Giratina knockout. But there's a couple interesting things that can happen. He is getting that second one to play. Well, he at least has it in his hand. He can bench it now. And then Jolly Flying Man, we are not doing right now.
Yeah, we're doing old format.
Yeah, for the sake
Yeah.
of San Antonio, it's pretty cheap to get it from the Midwest. From Chicago to San Antonio is like maybe $200 or $300.
Yeah.
So a couple
I think
players.
it's a little more expensive this year.
Oh.
Yeah, I was talking to Eli about it, and it's definitely not as much of a value as it was.
Yeah, back with like
Yeah.
Dallas, Arlington, San
Mhm.
Antonio last year, it was like a $100, $200
Yeah.
flight. Now it's like maybe $300 to $400 then.
Yeah.
But still, a lot of the players from the Chicagoland area are going. A couple of our teammates from Nerd Ridge Gaming are going. So I hope
Yeah.
to see some of them winning.
Yeah, definitely. So, this is going to be the meta moving forward for it. It's definitely heavily Regidrago influence. So, we'll kind of see what goes on from there. And so one thing that I always kind of play around with when I'm playing this deck is when to put down the second Drago, especially when you have the first one set up, because there's a lot of times where I'll get the first knockout with a fully powered Regidrago, and then it just gets counter-catchered. the normal V gets counter-catchered. So do you think this is a good time for Larry to put down that second Regidrago? Do you think this V-Star isn't any sort of threat to get knocked out?
I think it depends if you see your opponent's going to play counter catcher. But then again, like, if you have to V-Star for switch, it kind of feels bad.
Yeah,
But you can
definitely.
also, I mean, finding 2 E-switch is kind of, 2 E-switch grass is kind of hard. But we do see that Larry does have the prime catcher, and the odds of him getting Ionoed is pretty low because
Yeah.
I think Michael still has to play this research and truck through his deck. If I was Michael, I would like to see the promotion of the Regidrago, but maybe he's thinking of a research of his own.
Yeah,
Or if
definitely.
he like maybe plays a bundle or something. We don't have to see what he plays in his list. I would really like to see the full utilization of this super rod. At least getting back. Maybe you don't want another V star, so maybe you don't really need it now. But
Yeah.
let's see what he has. If he has like access to like bundle would be good to go like bundle boss or bundle plus prime catcher just to reset that effect of the rolling iron with the
Yeah,
Gudra.
definitely.
But we're gonna have to see what happens here because if you
Yeah.
can go like reset the effect of the Gudra, it's gonna be pretty hard. But you can go like Prime Catcher and then V Star for Prime Catcher, and it's really awkward. But you reset the Regidrago.
Okay, so we have an E-switch and we have an energy here. So I think I mean if yeah, we can definitely attack here.
Yeah, he definitely
Yeah.
has the attack. He can go E switch from the bench to Ogre Pond to his Regidrago,
Yeah.
and then from there try to set up a little more. But
Yeah, and I don't think he's played that research yet, so we might or the Iono. He's eyeing the Iona right now, so there could be a potential of a prime catcher play maybe.
yeah,
Yeah.
unless he goes like Iona plus Rolling Iron, and then Rolling Iron's to the other one, but
Yeah.
let's see what he
Ooh.
draws off this. Okay.
Okay, so we got the switch.
Switch Terra Orb. I think now you're more incentivized to use the I don't know, so then
Yeah.
that way you can hold some of these cards. If he goes Bundle Halucha for San Antonio, it's
Yeah.
pretty good for the mirror. Yeah, Arctic Ice
Yeah.
Guy, it's pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. I know there's been a lot of people on Twitter talking about how like much of a good playing Halucha
No,
is.
no, no. He V-starred. He V-starred.
Oh, he V-starred.
Uh,
Oh, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yikes. And it wasn't really much
Yeah.
to. He's going to have to. I mean, the Super Rod is the last of his recovery outside of the Super Rod he has in hand. He just got rid of so many energies, too.
Yeah.
That's kind of rough. It wasn't really much. He can get the SER. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and for
SER
Jolly, I think
boss.
third Iono is definitely something that some people have considered as well. I know Shukri played that
Yeah, my brother,
to
the
Toronto.
GOAT.
The goat.
Yeah, he does
Yeah.
have
Made
two
day 2 with
back-to-back
it.
day twos with the
Yeah.
deck. He did not get day 2 at Baltimore or Louisville, but he got day 2 at Sacramento and Toronto. So we're hoping that San Antonio is going to be a third for him.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to San Antonio also.
Oh, yeah, my
Oh
brother's
boy.
trying to win the
There
event.
we go. He's going to.
He's got to get a cash
Yeah.
placement at one time.
Yeah.
And we're going to see the boss. That's pretty smart. Boss's order on the Mew. This way you can either Rolling Iron it or you can Phantom Dive. Phantom Dive doesn't really set up much, though.
Yeah.
So I think it's the Rolling Iron just so that way you build up your wall. Why didn't Larry Gudra last turn? Larry did Gudra, but it got reset because of
Yeah.
the boss's orders since the Regidrago moved to the bench.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, with Michael using his V-Star, though, we can see that it becomes like a really awkward match because Michael is going to lack the resources of, like, he's not going to really have, he won't have access to, like, random E-switches. He won't have
Mhm.
access to maybe, like, I don't know, like another, the E-switches is really big.
Yeah.
Or, like, low-key, the recovery is kind of odd. Okay. Energy switch
Energy
to
switch,
there. So
yep.
he's setting up another Drago, but then that Drago can just get boss T'd and then can get loss impacted. We're looking at the energy switch counts. There's 2 in discard now. So there's still access for 2 more. The Terra Orb, he's probably going to pair that Terra Orb with the Ultra Ball he has
Ooh,
in
and that
his
deck's
hand.
getting a little thin now.
It is very thin.
Yeah.
And we do see Prime Catcher
Prime
in deck.
Catcher's still there.
Energy switch, Zard.
Yeah,
Zard is
Radzard.
pretty good too.
Yeah.
Radzard plus Prime Catcher,
Radzard's
is
huge
pretty
in this.
good.
Yeah.
especially with the Super Rod he has in his hand.
Yeah. Yeah, cutting egg to play bundle and Halucha kind of hurts, but having both his options are cool. Yeah, if I were to play this deck to San Antonio, I probably would have cut the egg anyways, just so I can play some more like interesting like tech cards and stuff like that. I'm kind of glad I'm not going to this event though, because I'm kind of sick of this format to be honest with you.
I just want to
Yeah.
play
Yeah,
Badoo.
yeah,
Badoo seems so good. I don't know. I mean, the only regional that I plan on playing this year is gonna be the Monterrey regional
yeah.
in Mexico.
That's
just
gonna be so
because,
exciting to see.
I'm retired from the game.
Yeah.
I, just cheer my brother on, whether it's from home
Yeah.
or if I'm there spectating. But yeah, the one regional I do want to play is the Monterrey one, just
Yeah.
because I've always wanted to go to Mexico and it's pretty cheap
Yeah,
to go from Chicago.
definitely.
So that's the only one I plan on doing,
Yeah.
especially with it being new format and new cards. Like,
Yeah,
I'll probably do like one regional a year, maybe.
yeah. It's good. It's good to still play just a little bit, even if you're not,
Definitely.
even if you're not like.
I cook at these
Yeah.
League Cups, okay?
Yeah,
That's
true.
that's where I really show out, pop
That's
out.
true. That's very true.
UIC is gonna be fun. Yeah, hopefully you have fun there.
Yeah,
That would be cool. My brother didn't get registered for it.
Yeah.
Sadly, if they open another wave, then he'll try to go.
yeah.
But
I'm
I do know
excited,
that
I'll be going.
Ryan is going for his first IC.
Yeah, my first IC, so I'm also excited for that as well. So it's gonna be a good time.
Thorns.
Ooh,
Yuck.
and I like this bundle play from Larry here because I think Michael also Gudrud as well. So this will
Yes.
move this to the bench, and there's only 2 prizers here, so Larry's still able to keep on that even prize trade.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe a benching of the Cleffa that Michael had access to would have been cool, but he would have had to do so much. He would have had to super out it back in his deck
Yep.
and then fish it out. But yeah, it's part of the downsides of using that V-Star kind of, I want to say like early, even though his deck is really thin. It's just a matter of like, it's a turn 2 or turn 3 V-Star that just feels kind of rough. Getting rid of the Kyurem's good. Getting rid of the Jamming Tower doesn't really matter. But the bundle is pretty good to have. You
Yeah.
can reset it and force another Pokemon up.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, Larry also has, the grass, and he's got the earthen vessel in hand as well. So he'll be able to start powering up the second Regidrago V as well.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
gonna really be able to set up his board because all he needs to do is take 2 more knockouts now. So he goes bundle to get a knockout, and now he just needs boss or prime catcher. He still
Yeah, he
retains his
still
V
has
star
yeah, he
power.
still has the prime catcher in hand as well. And he's got boss too, so he's got options here.
I think he's gonna go like bundle plus boss, knock out this active if he can Giratina. He's piecing it together right now. He has the Earthen Vessel for the follow up after this Ultra Ball, so he goes Ultra Ball for Giratina. I wouldn't discard that boss though,
Yeah.
unless you have another boss in hand. But you really just want to be able to go like back to back bosses. That seems or back to back gusts.
Yeah, definitely.
Um. So maybe right now he's just going for like, all right, I have Prime Catcher. But let's see what he
Yeah.
has. He does have another boss's orders in hand. So he can go bundle plus boss and then evolve to a V Star, Regidrago V Star, and then that way he has just, you know, basically all of his options sealing up the game. It's like a soft checkmate.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like that's something that this deck does really well is kind of like setting up those checkmate boards just because you have so many tools to do it. You have like, Gudra kind of helps you get there. Dragapult helps set up that board really well. And just like so many tools that this deck's able to use with all the different dragons that you can kind of work around with.
Yes, I
Yeah.
think Andrew Hedrick's a really brilliant player in terms of abstaining from using the V Star until the end of the
Yeah,
game.
definitely.
He really seals it up as like a checkmate button. I know my brother was running the. We talked about it last week on stream or 2 weeks ago, where my brother did like the best of 5 or best of 7
Yeah.
with Michael Davidson. I think that was last week, where he did the best of 7 with Michael Davidson, and then Michael in the games that he got to play and didn't brick, he was really just holding on that V Star,
Yeah.
which can just seal up the game. You're grabbing 2 cards from your discard pile. There's a reason why we see Tim Franklin, notable Australian player, play it a 1/1 line in his Terapagos deck is because you just guarantee that, okay, let me grab this and this from my discard pile and seal out the game.
Yeah, definitely.
So the Regidrago deck being able to hold its own V Star power is really good. And yep, right here we just see the bread and butter combo of the Iron Bundle and probably going to be a boss's order to follow. We'll see Michael bring up that, it's a 1 retreater, Teal Mask Ogre Pond, but it's probably going to go back to the bench
And do you
after
think
this boss's
Larry is
orders.
going to be attacking with the Executor here, or do you think he's going to go for the boss play? Oh,
He's going for the boss. Yeah,
yeah,
he's gonna because he fished out the Giratina with the Ultra Ball and then he
yeah,
got rid of it with the Earthen Vessel. So it's to tell that like he's gonna get rid of it. He's probably gonna go grass off the active and then grass off the bench Teal
yeah.
Mask Ogre Pond, and then not that that seals the game because there can still be an Iono.
Ooh, he's flipping the
Mm,
V Star here.
I guess he's just trying to go for like if he goes like
Yeah,
energy switch plus a V Star kind of seals it up,
yeah,
and then that way he can just bench it and say like, okay, I have 2 V stars and they both have energy on them.
yeah,
What are you
definitely.
gonna do?
Yeah, exactly. So interesting to
Maybe he's
see.
going SER.
Yeah,
Oh, he
maybe.
has an SER in
Yeah,
hand.
he
Yeah.
does.
Okay, but I guess you don't play him. I don't know.
Yeah. At this point, do you just E-switch and then take a grass off of each Pokemon?
I guess if yeah,
Yeah,
you just take a grass off of both,
both Dragos.
or maybe
Yeah,
that just feels weird.
yeah,
I don't know. I personally would have liked to have um. Well, there's no way to get like a Pheasantipity. Because if he was able to get a Fez, oh, he's gonna super out here,
yeah,
then put the Fez back in deck with the grass energies because it's all you need to close the game out.
definitely.
Unless Michael goes like gust up a Teal Mask, Iono, and then Egg hit tails, knock out Teal Mask, and then Larry can't do anything. It's a lot to ask for
Yeah,
though.
definitely.
There's not even an Iono in hand for Michael's side. You can also go like Iono plus push up the Regidrago and Gudra, but then that doesn't really do anything for you because you're only preventing the inevitable. Um, I don't really see an out, but again, I don't really play the deck too much either. I don't know, Cooks Larry, not really. It like only if Larry just doesn't find energy, but he put back
Yeah.
energy, Fez, and like,
And
so
then, yeah, he still has 2 prize cards that he takes anyway, so those could also help him kind of
yeah, his
work
hand
around
has to
that.
get Iono'd, but
Yeah,
like if it doesn't get Iono'd, he has the game right here with
yeah,
the SER plus Prime Catcher in hand because it doesn't
yeah,
matter even if there's a Gudra on the effect of Rolling Iron, it's still the fact that like Well, you can't really do it because it just goes with goes to the bench. Um, if Larry had access to things like Nest Ball, maybe he would go for that bundle, or maybe he would just preemptively bench that Pheasantipity. But I don't think it really matters. I think Larry can just seal up this game right here. If this was a best of 3 at a regional, I'd probably scoop if I was Michael, and then go to the next game.
Yeah, definitely.
Hopefully, going first or second, whichever you prefer, and then starting strong that next game.
Yeah, and another big thing about this too is it shows also how important it is to hold on to the V Star, because like Michael used it really early in the game, but like if he still had it, he probably could have attacked again. So we'll see. I mean, he's only got one energy currently on this Drago. He's currently looking at the Radzard here.
Eyeing up the Radzard is
Yeah,
good because you do have the option of going Prime Catcher, Radzard, knock out the Ogerpon. But paired with an Iona, it's really strong if
yeah,
you can do that. It's like
definitely.
such a powerful combo because then you force your opponent to have a one prize to take one prizer, and then it really offsets their prize trade. So we're gonna have to see what happens from here.
So Super Rod was played. Ooh, so I think he's looking to Teal Dance once first. Can't really play that research because he has like no cards left in deck. Okay, so moving. So we're committing to the active. The Fez can still be played here.
Yeah, maybe you just have to flip this script and hope you hit Iono. But how many Ionos is he playing? Because he's already down
I think he
the
only
one that
plays
he Ultra
two.
Balled. I don't think he played
Yeah.
another one before that, but he did Ultra Ball one away. I mean
Ooh,
this Teal Dance has to be
this has to be the Teal Dance of the
Iono.
Teal Dance of the century right
It
here.
just has to be Iono until like
Yeah.
Prime Catcher
Ooh.
Fire. All right, one
One
more go
more.
at it.
I think we still flip the script too. I think that's still
Yeah, the
available.
flip the script already happened.
Oh, it already
It
happened?
was
Okay.
the Kyurem
Oh, those.
Grass
Okay.
energy switch. And I mean, it just has to be another Teal Dance.
Ooh, 3 more cards left.
Come on, Michael, attach that grass energy. Let
Yeah.
me see you do it, buddy. From there, though, like, what do you do? It just
Yeah.
doesn't. It feels so awkward. I know he's just playing it out just to go through the actions
Yeah.
and see if there's an out. But if you don't have like the fire energy plus prime catcher, I think you're out of luck.
Yeah, you might be.
Especially because you can't Teal Dance for one and then draw prime catcher fire, which is like
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hey, some people can, but
Yeah.
those people also get DQ'd after that. And Michael Storm being a notable judge in our community would not do that.
Ooh, so we're going for the retreat here.
Now,
Ooh.
I don't like that because that's just delaying the inevitable.
Let's see.
Show that prime catcher, Larry.
Yep.
Do it to him.
Do it to him.
All right. Come on, Larry. SER prime catcher. Just show your hand, Larry.
Yeah.
Michael will scoop. I know he will.
Yeah.
All right. We see SER. We see grab one grass energy. Good job. Attach that grass energy.
Yes.
Yep. Attach
there
it
we
there.
go.
Don't attach. Don't Teal Dance.
Yep.
And then prime catcher. Literally anything.
Yep. There we go.
Oh no. I would have liked to
Yeah.
see Larry go for the retaliation knockout with his own
Oh man, it was the
Teal
last
Mask
card.
Ogerpon
Yeah.
and go for like, I don't know, retreat off the grass energies, grab him and try to go for that knockout.
Yeah.
But also knocking out with your Regidrago V-Star is okay.
Yeah. Bryce, we have another game? We do not, so
All right, it looked like this game finished up, so we can just talk about some
Yeah,
random things going
absolutely.
on. Like, new sets coming out. Let's address the following.
Yeah.
A lot of people are scalping it.
Yeah.
Please, 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 don't do that.
Yeah, don't scalp. Don't fight people. We've
It's-
even seen people getting kind of a little much
Yeah.
in the stores.
Taking
So
it personally, it's like it's
yeah.
okay. If you really need it that bad, just don't buy the product.
yeah.
If you need to make a quick flip, I don't know, DoorDash or something. Like,
Yeah.
I would also like to say that like it's the reason why if you go into your LGS they have to upcharge is because they have to keep up with the fact that this product is going off the shelves so quick.
Yeah.
if there's a demand for it, Pokemon can address the following and then do mass printings. That's what they've done in the past, especially like after the COVID peaks, and
Yeah,
they've addressed the
definitely.
following by saying that. But it's just the fact that like people are going about it the wrong way. I would like to be able to walk into a Target and get a pack,
Yeah,
crack it here or there, but now it's like the only packs you can get are like, I don't know, Lorcana packs and Magic
yeah.
packs. And I'm like, I want to open Pokemon.
I know, right? And I've been talking to a lot of other people, who work in like the LGS space as well, and there's just no sweet spot about it. Like people criticize them online for trying to like make extra money on it, but it's like, if you sell it at MSRP, you're gonna get scalped. But if you sell it at like a super high charge, I mean, it's not gonna get scalped, but then, the consumer kind of has to pay for it at that point. So there's no easy way to do it, and I think everyone's just kind of doing their best, and Pokemon just got to kind of like keep up with the printings and stuff like that, and that's the only way we can kind of solve this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Pokemon can't have like an infinite amount of printings,
yeah,
but I would like to see another wave or something. We'll
yeah,
see what happens because I do know, I believe that it's only one wave for this for LGSs, but we'll see what happens in the
yeah.
future. They can always change that up. There's distributors backing out on stores. There's distributors backing out on people, but then we also see like certain streamers with like,
Yeah,
oh, I have 800 ETBs, and it's like, dude, you don't need all that.
I
Like,
know. I see people
you
with like a
know,
castle of them and stuff like that. I'm like,
yeah,
where do
that
you
is
get
just
all of this?
preposterous. Like
Yeah,
that rubs me the wrong way.
yeah,
But I do hope that there's a way for LGSs to get more and get their hands on it, so then that way they can lower it. But I've also seen LGSs give it at a lower rate to the players that they know will actually open it,
yeah,
or the people that want it for their collection.
yeah,
You're not a scalper if you want it for your collection just because you collect one of each ETB ever made,
yeah,
or one of each ETB in the Scarlet Violet era. Like, I think I'm gonna start doing that
yeah. I have been
just
too.
because it's nice to look back at.
Yeah,
Having a booster box of each would be nice, but I'm too late to the party. But having one ATB it seems a little more doable for me on a teacher salary. But
yeah,
but I do think that it'll be a little easier to do one of each ETB. I know, so like I've seen that where LGSs charge a little less for their local players. Someone else told me about something where like they've been breaking the plastic off at one of the stores selling
yeah.
it for
Definitely.
MSRP, and then like hole punching the corner of the pack so that way you can't resell it.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm fine with that. That's
Yeah,
what we've seen at like the One Piece stores nearby.
yeah, definitely. And it reminds me of so I used to be like a big sneakerhead, and reselling shoes used to be like the big thing. And what people like at stores would used to do is they would make you either walk out of the store wearing the shoes so you can't like sell them as brand new. I saw that there was like a store that would make you do push-ups in them so it kind of creases the shoe a little bit so you can't resell it that way. So I like how stores are kind of becoming more
Aware.
yeah, more aware of it. They're getting more creative with kind of preventing the scalpers and the resellers and all of that stuff, and just trying to make sure that people are like enjoying the product for what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Yeah,
at the end of the day, it's just shiny cardboard. I know
yeah,
Dan Huger would say that if he was here. Um, you know, but it's like, come on, you're taking away
yeah.
for so many people. Like the fact that a
It's
little
for
kid can't,
kids.
yeah, the
Yeah,
fact that a little kid cannot go to Target and buy
yeah,
it, like, feels a little bad.
yeah,
You know, people are robbing Walmarts,
yeah.
Targets.
I
It's
know.
it's pretty disheartening, but hopefully, go to your local LGS, support them, and then hopefully they can give back to you.
Yeah,
I know that players that go to Nerd Rage Gaming, hopefully they go over here and
yeah,
starting tomorrow, they'll go and pick up some sweet, sweet packs. I know
yeah.
we're gonna have the posters,
The
I
sticker
the sticker
collection, the
collections.
binder.
I'm trying to think of everything it is because it's like all stuff I have to pick up, and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
there's like a binder collection and then the ETB. Yeah. And then
Yeah,
Ike Nice, we're not using Badu tonight. We're doing current format for San Antonio for the people going there. So
exactly.
yeah,
So last minute content for the people that are going because
yeah,
I don't think there's any major events happening on a Thursday night except for the Nerd Rage Gaming
yeah,
locals.
definitely.
Exactly. If
Yeah,
you're ever in the area or you just want to go on nerdragegaming.com, if you look that up in Google, you'll find the website, or you want to go on nerdrage.tcgplayerpro.com, you can find access to all of our information, whether
yeah,
it's selling cards, buying cards. Come to our shop, trade with us.
yeah.
We do have a Gold Star Alakazam in the
I
case.
know. I was looking at the case earlier. Like, there's a lot of stuff there that I definitely want, but I know I don't need.
I've been
Yeah,
racking up store credit. Hope
yeah,
I was looking to use it on the new set.
yeah. And it's not
So
just Pokemon too. There's like, did you see all the One Piece cards we got too?
I don't look at that stuff.
You don't
I
look at
just
it?
I don't try to. I know that there's
Yeah,
some decks that are coming out that look cool,
yeah,
but I'm avoiding all that. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna stick with like the cool Pokemon cards. There was a Blood Moon or Ursaluna alt art from the
Yeah,
set, and
definitely.
then Josh Frank bought it before I would, so he saved me a $40 store credit.
Yeah. What are we
We
thinking here?
we see our new pairings coming up. My brother is 1-0,
Yeah.
but he's up against Larry.
Yeah,
Let's see
Larry
if
was
he
just
can win the
on.
mirror because my brother's playing that deck too.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of mirrors hitting each other. We do see players like Trevor Train, who's commentated for us
Yeah.
before, starting 0-1, but he can still bounce back from some
Yeah, maybe
store
we can put
credit.
Colin on there.
Yeah, Colin Murley Matthews have some
Yeah.
top cuts at regionals. We can throw him on there. He's
Yeah.
probably playing Regidrago
Yeah.
just to get, never too much
How about
testing.
Roth and Pep for the other one?
Ruff and
Sound
Pep
good?
sounds
All right,
good.
I'll
Yeah,
set it up.
sounds good. In the meantime, I will just yap about random things, or we can. I don't know. How's everyone's night going? It's a Thursday. Did everyone work today? How's it going? Everyone's asking about Badoo, or not everyone, but we had two people asking about Badoo. I do think that it changes up the format, though. I'm looking forward to seeing like Gardevoir seeing some more play. I'm a super big Gardevoir stan. Additionally, I think that decks like Dragapult have never really crossed my mind. I've never really wanted to play that, but going forward, it does seem like a fun deck. I feel like before it didn't have enough power to be played, but now that it does have Badoo to really slow down the format, you do have the ability to access Dusknoir while also stopping your opponent from using Dusknoir, like the Palkia decks, the Terapagos decks, and then halting Regidrago, which obliterates the Dragapult EX board. But now you're able to really set up your Dracloaks, the middle Dragapults, and you're able to set those up, drawing through your deck. Even though it's not as good as Refinement, but you're not discarding cards, so it's pretty good turn to turn. And you're able to spread your damage, set it up for Dusknoir using Badoo, because Badoo turns from like, if you use a Dusclops for 50 damage, you can Badoo for 10, clean up something that's 60 HP. But I think the format's going to be pretty nice. I know Archaludon has also seen a lot of play, and that seems like it stomps on Dragapult EX. It also seems like it's pretty good into the Regidrago decks as long as you could get going. So we'll see what's happening going into San Antonio for the last regional of this format in North America, and then heading into things like Atlanta, that's post-rotation, which I'm pretty excited for with the new set. But then Atlanta is also going to be the trainer set,
Yeah, the trainer set.
Journey Together.
Journey Together. It's exciting. I was not playing when the original like trainers Pokemon came out, so I'm kind of excited to be around for that.
Yeah, that was a while ago, dude.
Yeah.
I was probably still in diapers.
Yeah.
No, well, maybe, depending on when it was. But I'm just excited because I know I wasn't playing Pokemon back then.
Yeah.
Maybe the video game, but
Yeah, I
I'm
was
just
playing video game, but not. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
super excited to play with the trainers Pokemon.
Yeah.
I think the Lily deck is going to be like something I'm going to go towards just
Yeah.
because like Clefairy hitting for absurd amounts of damage is going to be funny.
Yeah.
It's reminiscent of like the Swampolion deck
Okay.
where you draw through your deck, but then the Empoleon hits 20 damage for each Pokemon in play, or each Pokemon on the bench with Area Zero under that, so I think you're going to hit a lot more damage.
Yeah,
And we're
definitely.
seeing this matchup here. Melodic Control
Yeah,
versus
it's like
Regidrago.
it's funny because we had this exact matchup last week. Josh ended up playing against Michael Davidson, and he was like cooking for a little bit, but then Michael had like the right line of like using the Mew to like copy some attacks and kind of get through the
Yeah,
Milotic wall.
copying
So
the Alolan Vulpix, and then
yeah,
the Milotics are no chance because what Terra Pokemon do you want to stop?
exactly.
Yeah, you're stopping Ogerpon from attacking, but it's not called an Ogerpon deck. It's called the Regidrago deck.
Yeah, definitely. So
And
it's an interesting one. And then our second game is actually an Archaludon mirror.
ooh,
Yeah, so that'll be an interesting
how does that
one.
make everyone feel?
Yeah, so
Yeah, let's just sit everyone down on a couch and say, how does
yeah,
that make you feel?
yeah.
Archaludon mirror,
Archaludon
metal
mirror.
on metal.
Yeah. So as I'm looking here, Colin also is playing the Executor too. So
Executor's poppin'.
yeah, it definitely is. Do you know is Colin going to San Antonio?
Colin is going to San Antonio Regional,
Yeah.
and I believe he's going to play Regidrago. I don't want to leak what he's playing,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure it's going to be Regidrago. He's played it to
Yeah, he's played it for
every
the
major
last
so
few
far
events.
this year, so
Yeah.
you might as well finish strong and see if you really have what it takes.
Yeah.
And don't tell me we're going to see a pass. I think we're going to see a pass.
Oh man.
You go attach the water energy, and you pass your turn.
Oh, there's a
Mr.
Pokestop. The Pokestop can get you going a little bit.
You play Pokestop in your deck because of this reason.
Yeah.
You want to be able to find some basics. Okay, that's not it.
That's not
That's
it.
not it.
That's not it.
And
Oh, never,
hey, Buddy
never punished.
Puffin doesn't really do much,
Yeah.
but
At least
you don't
gets
get donked,
yeah, it
right?
gets you past the first turn.
Now,
Yeah.
he has to find 2 Pokemon off of it because there is a chance that Colin can go for the Dragon Laser.
Yes, there is a
If
chance.
Colin can go for Dragon Laser, that's not very good.
Yeah. It's funny because I played Regidrago to Toronto and I got 2 wins with Dragon Laser Donk.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's real.
It is real. It's a real
Dragon
strategy.
Laser go brazy.
Yeah.
Now, this is a way that you halt your opponent from really taking a knockout right away, is with the Mimikyu, but if Colin opens like Cologne plus Dragon Laser, we could see it. Cologne, Prime Catcher, Dragon Laser.
Yeah.
Milling the Noibet's actually pretty annoying.
Yeah,
too.
it definitely is.
Pretty annoying.
Yeah.
But I'm not making the dad jokes. Dan Hugar can make
Yeah,
that
he
because
can.
he brought into the world Baby Giratina.
Yeah, baby.
Congratulations
Yeah.
to Dan Hugar.
Yes, very
and
big
Kate.
congratulations to Dan and Kate.
Very big congratulations.
Yeah, I hope they're watching so they can hear our congratulations.
Yeah, Baby Giratina.
Yeah. All right, so moving on to Colin's turn here.
He opened Nest Ball, Ultra Ball.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
That's all I need. He did open like double V-Star though. That kind of seems a little upsetting because if you have to research this hand or Squawk ability away, you don't want to get rid of that.
Yeah, definitely. And Colin always got the pretty cards too. I know I learned from the best. It was fun because we got to stay together during Toronto, and I definitely got to learn a lot about the deck from all of that. So definitely a good time, good person to learn from. And ooh, we see the Ultra Ball come out here, and yeah,
He's probably gonna get an Ogerpon here, so he can attach that grass
Yeah.
and then do the energy switch play. You just really hope you don't hit something serious. Like if you hit, oh wait, he has 2 cards in hand. Okay, I thought it was double Regidrago V-Star, but it wasn't in hand. Oh, and that's not even Dragapult. That's the only secondary.
oh, the
Okay,
Executor.
he's probably playing the 1/1 split then
Yeah.
of the Dragapult. But
I know the cards are too shiny. We don't know what
they all
everything
have the
is.
same edges. All the Terra Pokemon look the same because they're
Yeah.
all like white background and everything
Yeah.
for the full arts. Colin, yeah, not even playing the expensive Alolan Executor. How
Yeah.
dare you? Do you have one, Brian?
I do.
Ooh.
I do. I got a really, really good deal on mine. So
If I randomly pull one, I'll probably give it to Colin for
Yeah.
the low.
yeah.
That's
No, shout out to Larry. He was the one who got it for me.
Oh, so he does have double V-Star. Okay. You probably just go attach fire then, because there is a chance that you can hit like Ogerpon, Grass, Energy Switch, and then if you do that, like that's pretty good too, because
Yeah.
then you can just go for a Dragon Laser anyways. Since you're gonna need the Regidrago anyways, you're gonna need the energies, and you're gonna have to like go through, maybe the what is it, Cornerstone Ogerpon. So we see the energy switch. We see the Squawk, a 0-card Squawk. Collins can dig a little more with the Pokestop as well. So we're gonna really see his options going through. He hasn't even played a supporter yet, too.
Yeah,
So-
that's the big part. Going second and still hasn't played the supporter yet.
Yeah, finding a researcher Iono is pretty good. You definitely don't want to hit like a jamming tower right now, just because like you probably want to save it for later. But we're gonna see the Squawk go down. And
Ooh,
Prime
Prime
Catcher,
Catcher.
Mew, that's fine.
Gudra.
You probably just Iono this hand for sure.
Yeah.
I would bench the Mew though. Mew's not in any threat. And then
Yeah, the Mew is good in this matchup too, just because like it's able to copy stuff like the Mimikyu attack. It can copy a bunch of other stuff. So ooh.
that's not too relevant. The
Yeah.
grass is a little annoying.
Yeah.
The research doesn't really matter. But I would Oh, he's gonna super
Oh,
rod
Super
back
Rod,
in. Okay,
yeah.
that makes sense. He's gonna super rod back in the double Regidrago grass just to find him for the next turn in case he doesn't find like grass energy switch Ogerpon for the Dragon Laser
Yeah.
knockout double Feebas. 30 HP on a Feebas though.
I know, right?
I remember playing in like Crimson Invasion and there was not really relevant Milotic,
Yeah.
but I was like, oh man, Feebas is pretty cool. Milotic's pretty cool. I
Yeah.
mean, Milotic's definitely more of a fan favorite.
Yeah.
But I was like, dude, 30 HP sucks, but it had
Yeah.
bench barrier. And same with like Magikarps too. Magikarps always have like bench barrier or something, but they also have 30 HP. And like, Man, come on. Where's the power creep?
Yeah,
I need to see some like 240 HP Feebas,
I
like a
know.
big fish.
Ooh, so close. Oh, he has the E switch. He's got the energy. All he needed was the Ogre Pond, and he would have been able to Dragon Laser.
Just put it on the same Ogre Pond,
I
dude.
know.
It's Altar. You get to do it twice.
Yeah.
It's twice the price. All right, let's see what happens here. I don't even know what the attack of the Feebas is. It's probably like heal 10 from this active
Yeah.
or something. They're always god awful, but we don't have to look at it anymore. 'Cause
First thing he's gotta do
there's
is look at the card.
yeah.
All right, so going on to Josh's turn here. The Milotic comes down. The wall has been put up. Now, I wonder what he's gonna do next here.
Does he have V-Star following his turn? Oh, that's good. I mean, it helps to put those V-Stars back in your deck with
Yeah.
the Super Rod. It is a useless wall, but it's more than 30 HP.
Yeah, that's definitely.
And its attack is pretty relevant, too. The fact that it gets knocked out in return is kind of annoying, but the attack is probably the most relevant part of this card in this matchup. You just put something to sleep, and that could be pretty annoying.
Yeah, definitely. So the Irida comes in.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
the Noivern's not really that good in this matchup.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the answer then? Let's see the rest of his deck, though. It's just a Vulpix, I guess,
Yeah.
but he had the V star in his starting hand. He has a V there, so he can go like grab the V right now, attach to it, and then see what happens from there.
He's eyeing the energy lotto too, so maybe trying to look to attack with the Milotic. If he's able to get the double turbo off of it.
I guess you put 160 damage. Well, it'd be 140
Yeah,
after the
140.
reduction.
Yeah.
You put 140, put it to sleep. But I mean, Colin has the evolution to get rid of that
Yeah.
status condition. So the only thing that matters would be like the damage on it. I think Josh also plays a Blood Moon or Saluna. I would assume so,
Yeah.
just because like these stall decks are. It's funny because they can attack now.
Yeah.
Maybe he plays one. If he doesn't, that's a little. It's a little scary. I didn't see like a heavy ball in his deck or anything, so let's see what he ends up
Ooh,
drawing.
there's no energy. That's tough.
Oh, he ended up, I don't want to say wasting the item search
Yeah.
off of the Irida, but whiffing for sure. But anything could happen. Colin, even though he has the follow-up energy V-Star, it's anything could happen.
Yeah, definitely.
He might go up on the price trade, but then later he might not come back from that. I mean, we're seeing.
I think that's
what is it,
everything
like
he
a
can really
pass
do.
here?
Yeah, I think he
He
can
doesn't
only
even
pass.
have the Pokestop. He already used the supporter. He's passing turn.
Ooh, so there's a boss off the top. Got the. There we go. There we
Oh.
go. And maybe just the Iono comes out here.
Yeah, the E-Switch doesn't do anything. The boss doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
I personally would like to see, like, if he can get the Dragapult in the discard pile, that's really good.
Yeah.
Get some damage onto this Mimikyu. And then you also get some more damage onto the Milotic, too. Maybe spreading, like, 3 and 3 and then cleaning something up later. But let's see what he has. He has a Nest
Yeah.
Ball for sure.
Let's see what the nest ball would grab. Ooh, looking like the second Drago here.
I mean, I guess you can if you
Yeah.
have, like, additional energies, but I don't know how important it is right now at this instant.
Yeah.
I probably would have just held the Nest Ball, but then again, like,
I think I would have gone like second Ogre Pawn here.
probably, yeah.
Yeah,
just
because I
setting
feel
it
like
up.
this is like one of those situations too, where it's like if he goes up early in prizes, it's just gonna get like counter catchered, because like control is always gonna be playing
Regidrago is
multiple.
thick.
Yeah,
It is
3
pro-
retreat cost.
Yeah, it's a hefty boy. He's
Yeah.
gotta go on Jenny Craig.
Yeah.
But right now, I think Colin is just preparing himself for future turns, doing the teal dance first. That's fine, and then
Ooh, E-Switch.
E-Switch is pretty
Yeah,
good.
E-Switch is good
It's a
here.
good card to have. It means you can have for sure 2 energy in play next turn. Is he gonna risk the Alolan Executor? That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, there's no
Can't
like.
really do anything else.
Yeah.
He has to tails. What? Oh, attaching energies from your hand. That's the first attack.
Oh.
And it does 100 and
Wow.
yeah, it does 150
Look at that.
damage.
I've never seen that before.
I've never seen it.
That's
I'm used to the swing
yeah,
between.
I'm used to that too, and it kind of goes to show that like the top players in the game are gonna use every single tool that they have in their deck, and they think about these like situations where like they're where it could be like possibly used. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, there's a reason why I don't play the deck, and there's a reason why I'm over here when I'm not playing.
yeah.
One, I'm the best player in the room, you know.
Oh yeah,
I'm giving everyone a chance, but two, I don't read my cards,
yeah,
which is a good thing to do. If you
yeah,
read your cards, you actually do better in events, believe it or not.
yeah. Definitely.
And so let's see what's happening right here. The energy lotto hits an energy, doesn't hit the one you want.
Yeah,
And yeah, put that water energy hand, Josh. But we'll see what's happening from here. It just looks so awkward.
yeah. I think you just attach that water to the Milotic and you try to go from there, right?
Yeah, maybe you just attach it to the second one. I don't know why
Yeah.
he's not setting up the Alone Vulpix
Yeah, the Vulpix
though.
would be really nice
I would
here.
just try to do it ASAP and then like,
Yeah.
you know, if your opponent goes boss knock it out, then you just like Night Stretcher for it, bench it again because like you kind of just have to.
Oh, all three of them are
He's
next
trying
to
he's
each
trying
other.
to show us. Yeah. It's
Ooh, do you
okay,
not
Josh.
see
We
a?
believe.
Do you not? Oh, I see the V. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
the
could be
V
neat.
was in deck.
Yeah,
It was towards the top of his deck after the Iono,
yeah,
and then the V Star was in his starting hand that
yeah.
got shuffled. I mean, Josh, I would just, if I were you, I would just grab the
Grab the Vulpix.
Vulpix, okay, and then
Yeah,
you attach to it next turn.
yeah,
You just have to. Seeing Prime Catcher too is kind of cool, given all your things are pretty frail. They, with the Hero's Cape, if they had that, they would go up to like 330 HP.
hmm
So it's not even that good as evolved Pokemon. So I think having the Prime Catcher is pretty good. You can also like make it awkward for your opponent, stall some things up, target some things. But let's see what he's doing right here. I think he's gonna go like grab the Alone Vulpix and then maybe just an Ultra Ball for next turn. He already has the Pokegear. Yeah, I can't tell Josh how to directly play
yeah,
this deck. I mean, he brewed it himself, so let's go ahead and see what he's gonna do with it. But maybe he's eyeing up another Energy Lotto if he has access to that. Playing three though would be, you know, those counts are high.
yeah. I
With
think there is another one in there. Oh, he's
yeah, we're gonna
looking.
go ahead and see what he's deciding on. All right, I think it's gonna be the Vulpix and Earthen Vessel.
Yeah,
He does not have another Energy Lotto, just the two.
and I think Josh does need to reveal those, doesn't he?
Definitely,
Yeah,
yeah.
there you go.
All right, I know Colin in his mind is like, okay, this Regidrago on the bench is not evolving,
Yeah,
and this Mew is gonna become an attacker. So he does have the V start to follow up. He can do that, but to be fair, the Vulpix also has to attack.
hmm
It's not just like an ability on the Vulpix. So it needs to attack first before to use that effect of the attack where it can take damage from Pokemon with abilities. But yeah, Josh is using the nice. It's like the Advent Calendar Vulpix.
Oh yeah, with that little stamp on the
Little
left.
snowflake
Yeah,
on it. Yeah, I like to see it. That's one of them I was actually trying to collect. Was the I think there was like an Ice Rider or Vaporeon or Glaceon. I forgot which one.
yeah.
But they look so nice.
All
Gonna pick up
right.
one of those.
Ooh, boss off the
Oh my
top.
goodness,
Oh
you
man.
dog. You dog. Okay, Colin, we get
Yeah,
it.
we get it.
Chill. Oh my
Chill.
god. It's so funny because no, he can't boss it up and use the Swinging Fiend. He has to
Yeah.
actually like do
I
real
feel like you
damage
would,
to
yeah,
it.
you'd want to get like a like the Goodrow attack would be so good here.
Yeah. Is he's contemplating the V Star here and I'm like, dude, I don't know if you
I
do
don't
it.
know. I don't think
I
that's
think you just
the
have to like
move.
you have to Sphene, dude.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks, but at the same time, like maybe you bring up Mimikyu and Sphene, so then that way if you hit tails, then you're. Oh, is he copying it right now? Oh, he's
Oh,
just
he's
gonna
just
knock it
going for
out.
the knockout and the active.
I guess.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt.
Okay.
I think in that case, I would go like, no, because then bossing Mimikyu using Sphene is pretty bad, because then you're leaving the Milotic alive to put
Mhm.
you to sleep, which he's getting rid of a threat that way.
Yeah.
There's nothing like Raihan to like power something up in one turn,
I
and
missed
then
that
he's
card.
also Raihan is so broken.
Yeah.
I love that card.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so he's getting rid of the threat of the Milotic's effective attack, and he's just saying, well, if you had double turbo, you would have used it last turn,
Yeah.
and I guarantee you don't have it now, so let's just go ahead and see what you're going to do. And I mean, we could see a Powder Snow. I think that's the effect of the attack, and it's like put your opponent's active to sleep. We could see that from the Vulpix, which Colin is holding a switch in hand.
Yeah, the switch is huge here. I was thinking he was going to keep that Regidrago V on the bench, just the V, and waiting for the evolution to take away the status condition. But, I mean, having the switch and still having the Prime Catcher in the deck is still like a good way to kind of get around both of those status effects. So the Pokegear doesn't really get anything too much. It's got like a boss.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
what do you want Boss's orders for?
I don't know, because like all his attackers are fully powered up anyways. Either that or they have a very low retreat cost. Yeah, not too much going on here now.
It's looking a little rough.
Yeah.
The deck does have answers to these to other things. Like it has the Vulpix, it has the Noivern, it has the Milotic, the Mimikyu. But then you wonder, like, what's your matchup like into Regidrago, the most popular
Yeah.
deck in the room, and arguably the strongest pick for top players.
Yeah, definitely.
So what's your matchup into that like? Maybe this is better for like probably not a league challenge or a
Yeah.
locals, but maybe this is a better play for a regional where you just say, I'm gonna dodge Regidrago. That's what
Yeah.
Michael Davidson did in his run of Louisville. He hit
Yeah.
0 Regidrago and made it to second place
Yeah.
with a Lost Zone deck, which gets folded by Regidrago.
Yeah, definitely.
So right here we might see a Powder Snow. It's either a Powder Snow or it's one of those attacks that says like do 30 damage, retreat to the bench. That's kind of how I feel about Pult Thorns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Pult Thorns is, if you play it Jolly Falling Man, it's a solid deck, but it is matchup roulette in some cases. But then again, like your starting hand is like it has to start Pult. Otherwise, if you go second and your opponent just gets one turn of abilities, sometimes that's enough to catapult them into a good start versus you.
All right, so he just goes, I think, with that first attack. Does 10 damage.
It's 10 damage and something.
Yeah.
Though. I have to look it up because I think it puts something to sleep, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that for certain.
All right, so I see the Teal Dance come through first. You know, Colin does have the attachment, and he has the switch still.
Oh, it's if your opponent. It's 10 damage if your opponent's active as a V. You do 50
Oh,
more damage.
50 more?
Oh,
Okay.
60 damage is not really relevant.
Yeah.
But that 10 damage is not really relevant
Yeah.
either. But it's better than passing.
Yeah, definitely. At least it puts something on the board.
Yeah, there's nothing like a Sharon's Karen Collins deck to pick
Yeah.
up the squawk ability. So you might as well just get that damage on there while you can, because why not?
Yeah. Goes with the attachment onto the Squawk ability to get it out of the active. And there's still not that many dragons for Colin to use, so he might just be he could attack with the Swinging Sphene, or he could go with that other attack again from the Alolan Executor. Let's see what he ends up doing here. I think it's just like 150 or something like that. Oh, he's swinging Sphene.
Swinging Sphene. The Sphene. What is it?
What is it? Oh, it's Tails.
Tails.
So I think it's the bench.
Take out that Mimikyu,
The
Colin.
Mimikyu.
Just take it out. It's an effective an attack. It
Yeah.
gets through Mimikyu. Get
Yeah.
rid of the Mimikyu.
Oh, wait.
What? Was it heads?
Was it heads? It shows tails right there, but maybe that's not how it flipped.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of if the die rolls off the table, you show what it was.
Yeah, I know, right?
So then that way you don't, you know,
yeah,
you
it
don't
doesn't confuse the casters.
it doesn't confuse the caster, indeed.
Yeah.
But, oh well.
Oh well.
He knocked out the Vulpix. That was pretty important.
Yeah.
And we see Night Stretcher for Vulpix, so then that can't be a threat for a turn or two. And we can see another Swinging Sphene. And if it hits tails, Colin wins the game.
Yeah.
He also has Boss's Order. I don't think he has Giratina. He's
Yeah.
winning this game without like the whole toolbox of his deck.
Yeah.
Colin, go for the Sphene.
I think he just goes for like
Do what Cal Connor did.
yeah, the tails.
Go for the tails. The
Yeah.
bundle is also silly.
Or he could just like V-Star here and hopefully he can recover like Ultra Ball and like Earthen Vessel. Or like
So
Research.
he could do that.
Yeah.
Or it's a Thursday night. It's not the actual regional.
Yeah.
You just Sphene right here. You give us some content.
Yeah.
Or you could do that.
Or
It's
he's
okay.
just going with the V-Star.
And he's gonna hit like Prime Catcher plus Giratina.
Yeah.
Did he?
Ultra Ball, Earthen Vessel.
Or Colin, just come on. Pult is in discard.
Oh, or the Pulse in
Pult is in
discard. Yeah,
discard. Yep.
you can just boss.
Boss.
Yeah.
And then you use your
Yeah,
Dragapult
there we
attack.
go.
Woohoo!
Do you have another game, Bryce? All right. So our
Let's
next
see this
game
backup
here.
match.
Yeah,
It's totally metal.
the big Archie mirror.
Yeah. The Duraludon.
Yeah.
Okay, well. Okay,
Oh
making it
man.
rain like Goldengo, but not. Speaking of Goldengo, metal type Pokemon, let's see
Yeah.
this metal action with Rafal. Looking like he's going to Bucky's. And Pepin. Duraludon mirror, or not
Ooh.
Duraludon mirror, the Archaludon mirror.
I think Rob's got 1 prize left, and then Pep's got 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just promotes
And
here.
we're going to see what happens here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Put that energy on, and then what?
Okay, Greninja. The Turo's there. If he doesn't play supporter yet, do you think he just Turo up the Greninja so it doesn't get gusted up?
Well, the Dialga's going to take a knockout on anything.
Yeah, that's true.
It's swinging for 280 right now. It just
Yeah.
needs 1 more energy. So we're going to see what happens here. I
Yeah.
guess you Turo, or you can just Iono, put your opponent to 1.
Yeah.
Because the odds that they hit energy is pretty low, and then, if they don't hit any energy, then you can just go ahead and they have to retreat
Yeah.
this. They have to bring up a Pokemon, because they only have a chance if they go, like, draw into Duraludon or energy, and you just put them on better habit.
Yeah.
You play to your outs, you do what you can. Them having boss is a lot less likely than them having energy. You have to put them on, like, you have to find your energy. So let's see what happens. He swings for 220, and Archaludon is there. Is there an energy in discard
Yeah.
pile? Oh.
Oh, there is.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well. Archaludon plus research was pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see if Rafal finds energy.
There
He
is some energy.
does.
Yeah.
And Rafal is going to 2-0. Rafal. Not Metal Maker, but
Assemble Alloy.
Assemble Alloy. Assemble the squad.
Yeah. I know, it's funny. I always like to make the joke whenever we see like an NRG member playing like Archaludon. It's like the NRG Dura Demons are back.
Oh yeah. Back and evolve
Yeah.
more, like we're still on our
On the Duras.
on the Duras,
Yeah.
dude. I wanted to say a bad word. So I couldn't say it. But yeah, we're being goofy now.
Yeah, we're being
yeah. Or little boogers, that's what
Yeah.
we're being. Yeah, we
man.
are on our stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna go ahead and take probably a little break, just a little breather.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get myself a little water
Yeah.
because I didn't drink anything on the drive here, being an hour, and
Yeah.
I've been talking a lot.
Yeah, definitely. So let's
So-
take a quick 5-minute break and then we'll be right back. We'll catch you guys in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll be back soon.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to round three of our Nerd Rage Gaming Thursday Night Locals. Um, so we have round three here. We have Raging Bolt versus Regidrago V-Star. I have a lot of trauma with this matchup because I played it 4 times during the Toronto Regional. And to address Vladimis, Modern Night is on Wednesdays. We do have a Twitch stream for that as well. So if you're interested, come out to play or catch that stream. I know there's some very talented commentators and players that show up. So going on, so Alex actually going first in this matchup, and I think that's probably better for Drago because it's like an easier way to kind of survive. You can kind of force up a one prizer, put both your one prizers in play, and it won't be as hard for the Drago player to it makes it easier to set up, which is the big reason. Yeah. Yeah, you watched it before but can remember. Yeah, Wednesdays are modern night. I know we do magic a few times a week here at NRG, so definitely have a lot of that. It's definitely the big thing that the store has to offer.
Yeah, the fact that Energy has like its own circuit series,
Yeah.
it's a pretty big deal over here.
Yeah, I know it's like cool with that little intro that Bryce just played for us on it says invest in memories. I was like, "Oh, this is what a great way to."
So wholesome.
Yeah, it's so wholesome and it's very true because I've definitely made a lot of memories at this store. You know, a lot of my good friends that I've met through this game and through the store, so it's definitely a true thing. So
Exactly.
yeah,
I don't like showing too much bias. I always try to go off like logic and cold hard facts,
yeah,
but it's the fact that there's like a digital footprint of not every local that you play, but if you're doing well enough, like you could get streamed every week or at least maybe like consistently once a month or twice a month. And it's always fun to look back at it and just even if you threw or you played really well, it's just the fact that you can look back at it and be like, you know, I love watching my friends on stream.
yeah,
So if I'm not here, I love just seeing them there. Or like if some of my friends make it onto a regional stream, it's awesome to see that.
yeah, definitely.
But like it's just so nice to see them like make it on there. I remember watching Collins like Pittsburgh run,
Yeah,
and I couldn't tell you that how happy I was to see him there. I was at a league challenge that day, and they put it on a big TV, and everyone was just like, we weren't even playing our games. We were literally
yeah,
going through the motions of like, yeah, I'll tap, whatever. What'd you do? Oh yeah, that's okay. And we're all watching Colin play his top cut
I
match.
know,
It's
right?
so nice to see that. Michael Davidson doing well.
Yeah,
Josh Frink, honorary Chicagoan, now Chicagoan, but from Michigan.
yeah,
But like Grant Shen, it's so nice to see that. So the fact that you can make memories over here, it might not be a regional stream, but it's just the fact that like everyone likes to go on stream.
yeah. I know, right? And it's fun to like actually like win on stream and stuff like that. It feels like an accomplishment, and that's definitely how I felt like before I took over this like commentating spot. I was like every time I was able to win on stream, I was like, this is something I can kind of look back on and be like, hey, I was able to do this.
It definitely helps.
Yeah,
Like it's baby steps for goals too.
yeah,
Some people want to win a regional, be on stream at a regional, top
yeah,
eight at a regional, but like even going to it just makes the local goals more achievable. Especially, it just makes it more special to go to your locals rather than those people like we were going about like scalping and all that.
yeah,
But those people that are like gonna go into card stores to try to rip them off or go into like Targets and WalMarts to just try to get packs, but like really supporting your local stores. I would say that like everyone here is comfortable going up to me at an event or one of the energy teammates. If it's not me, it's someone else.
yeah,
And just comfortable to go and talk to them. Like there's so many faces that I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of new faces that I don't know yet because I don't go here every week since the drive is far, but I try to go like every other week. But it's just the fact that we just have such a loving community here, especially just in the Chicagoland area.
yeah.
There's so many people here. Like it's
Definitely.
a new face every week, and then it's just people you see every week that you just get so happy to see.
Yeah, definitely. And it's definitely a reason why I stayed and so for so long now. It's been like 2 years I've been playing and it's definitely been such a good time and I wouldn't trade those memories for anything else. So yes, Olive is the GOAT and Olive isn't the GOAT right now though, but figuring it out. And that is an Entei.
I think she's the goat for not
Yeah.
playing Ancient Bucks today
Yeah,
because
definitely.
because Miss Olive loves that deck, and
Yeah.
I am not a fan. But I mean, the deck still wins games, but Olive knows that other decks are better, like Entei Giratina deck.
Yeah.
Never mind, it's just Regidrago.
Yeah.
I was like For a sec, I brain farted and I was just like, "This is like some cool Sada deck," and I'm like, "No, it's not. It literally has Ogrepon on the bench."
Ooh.
Speaking of, what are we getting rid of, Brian?
Oh, we're getting rid of 2 ogre pawns right now.
The
I mean,
Ogrepons going
there
away.
there is a super rod in the hand to put those back, but definitely doesn't feel great.
Especially when you're leading this big boy in the active spot.
I
This
know.
Entei, I think it's 3 retreat.
Yeah.
Like, comparing Entei to Raikou and Suicune V, you get plus 10 HP and then what?
An
Like,
extra two,
an
two
extra 2
retreat.
retreat? Yeah. What a hefty boy.
I know. I feel like that's why the Raikou has been such a mainstay in the meta as well, just because, 1 retreat cost is just so much nicer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Ooh,
And
the fleet.
Bug Catcher, it is not legal for today,
Yeah.
but we will have packs for it being sold tomorrow in
Tomorrow.
store. So get it while you can. I don't know if it'll be on the website, but it's not going to be on the website. Getting confirmation from Bryce in the back, but it's going to be in store. So if
Yeah.
you're in the Chicago land area, come to NRG and get it, as well as a crisp high five from whoever's working here.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, with purchase of 1 ETB, maybe the pin set, but definitely 1 ETB. Bryce is rolling his eyes at me. Let's talk about the game. A crisp high five goes a long way.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, Prismatic's not legal for today though.
Yeah.
Badugo's crazy though.
Yeah,
So does
definitely.
Regidrago.
I know it's already live on PTCG Live, and I feel like I haven't played against it too much yet, but I definitely have to kind of get ready for it. So,
I'm excited to see what happens from
yeah,
it.
definitely.
I'm hopefully, like I said, I'm going to hopefully going to the second tournament of its legality in the North American region, being the Monterrey Regional. It's the weekend after Atlanta, so I'm gonna have to really see what shakes from that tournament. But I mean, we still do have a couple locals just in the San Antonio format, being this week and the next week, next Thursday, that we're gonna have it in San Antonio format without Prismatic Evolution legal.
Ooh, so we go see Alex next turn here. Olive wasn't able to get too much going, but was able to make the most out of a pretty slow start. But now we're gonna see if Alex able to capitalize on this. Oh, shout out to Azul GG rating with a
GG, the
party of
boy.
299. Welcome to the Rat Pack, to the stream here. Thank
The
you all for
Rat Pack.
being here.
Speaking of the Rat Pack, going
Yeah.
off
Yeah.
tangent a little bit,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Since I work with preschoolers and then I also do like after school tutoring.
Yeah.
For the after school tutoring kids, I was playing some music for them. And I go, "Oh, Mr. Mo's gonna put you guys on this," and I was playing some Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
And they were like, "What is this old crusty music?" Like, I got flamed by these kids. And they're like absolutely obliterating me. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, all of your parents listen to this or at least know what
Yeah.
it is. I guarantee my life savings.
Yeah.
And one of the kids was like, my dad grew up with rap. He would never listen to this old folks music, this 1965 music. And I was like, dude, like 1965, yeah, that's old, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to the Rat
Yeah.
Pack.
Shout out to the Rat
Dean
Pack.
Martin, Frank
Yeah.
Sinatra, and friends.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, long story short, don't show kids music that's not, rap or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever is trendy, whatever. Yeah. God
Definitely.
forbid any of those like phrases that are just brain rot. But
But it
what's
looks,
not brain rot
yeah,
is using Sada, drawing some cards, trekking shoe, getting rid of a card, and
still having attach for turn here.
yeah, literally, like
This is crazy.
Alex told me that they're also playing something spicy.
Yeah.
They're playing the oh my god, not Xurkitree. What's this Pokemon? The Sandy Shocks.
The Sandy Shocks
I'm
EX.
thinking of the wrong gimmick. But yeah, there's the Sandy Shocks EX in this deck, just so that way you get the recuperating like 1 energy per turn without using any resources. So it helps when you're getting Ionode. It also helps when you're getting. The only downside is that it could get boss stalled
Yeah,
because it has such heavy retreat. But it really helps with like when you're lacking resources and you can gain 1 more energy that way.
definitely. So we'll see what Olive is looking to do here. Ooh, and Dreamer like make an allusion to the Rat Pack to my girlfriend. She said to GG Phil had to explain who the Rat Pack was.
No, the Red Pack's gas.
Yeah.
Well, like Azul's a cool dude, but like the OG Rat Pack is good and the new Rat Pack is
Yeah.
good. It's like I don't know what the comparison is. Like
Yeah, it's just like an eras kind of thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the pre-COVID DDG and the new
Yeah.
DDG. Both of them are really good in win region. Well, new DDG hasn't won events, but they're still on a tear.
Yeah.
And Hedrick has won events. Never mind.
Yeah.
He's pretty good. He's carrying, but the rest of them do get their accomplishments. But yeah, both Rat Packs are good. Both DDG teams are good. Rest in peace to Jimmy Pendarvis, one
Yeah.
of the greatest players of the game.
Definitely.
And let's go ahead and see what's happening right
Yeah,
now.
Olive's not not too great of a spot here. There's no Drago V down. There's this big Raging Bolt in the active here. Oh man, the Fleetfoot comes out. Okay, the fire can attach for turn, and it's like a what 200 damage attack from the Rondo if that goes through.
I guess it only
Yeah.
really matters if you're able to pair it with the Phantom Dive
I
and
know.
cleaning up the Raging Bolt, but like I don't want to say it's irrelevant damage, but it just doesn't
Yeah.
seem as good. Like you either want to take a knockout with the Radiant Charizard or you want to take a one-hit KO with one of your two prizers. You never want to go with the play of I take two prizes in 2 turns
Yeah.
because it's like, well, they take 4 in 2 turns and
I
4 is
know.
greater than 2.
And you're gonna just end up losing all your tempo so quickly.
Especially with the
Yeah.
fact that Alec has some catchers in hand and there's no Regidrago on bench.
Yeah.
So they're going to take 2 prizes here on the active, presumably, and then they're also just going to knock out whatever's left. If a Regidrago gets benched next turn, that's an easy catcher target, especially if there's going to be a Radiant Charizard in the active spot trying to offset the prize trade, but it's going to look really rough for Olive to really come back from this, but if one deck is able to do it, it's Gardevoir, then it's going to be Regidrago.
Yeah.
So Gardevoir's
Definitely.
not being played right now, but we're going to see, Iono plus Radiant Charizard is a really good strat, especially against the board setup that doesn't have a Pheasantipity in play to cycle through the deck and draw extra cards after a knockout's taken.
Definitely.
So Olive can do it. It's just really difficult at the moment, and we're going to see what's happening here. We see the energy retrievals, presumably getting the grass energies.
Yep.
So then Alec can draw some extra cards, and hopefully hit some Sadas.
Yeah, and put those energies back into play as well, which is really important.
Exactly. I mean, I guess if you also draw like, oh, never mind. You just
Yeah,
draw
draw
one Sada
Sada,
off of it.
yeah.
That's insane.
Never punish.
Now, now you're able to leave one energy on both your Raging Bolts, maybe leaving more on the benched one, but you're definitely able to discard both of those grass energies, cycling through, drawing 3 more cards, not even attaching for turn yet. This is a theme we see in the last 2 turns with Alec, and this deck is popping off right now.
Yeah, definitely.
So we just have to discard 4 energies to hit 280.
Yeah, probably taking one off of each on the act. Yeah, on each bolt. That's 280 right there. And now Alex just down to 2 prizes, and Olive still hasn't taken a prize yet.
We see a top deck Iono. That's really
Yeah,
good.
top deck Iona's
So,
really good here.
We're gonna go bench Regidrago.
Hopefully,
there
bunch of
is one.
oh,
Yeah, there's access
nope.
to a V, right?
There's
not
there's
access
no
to a
V.
V. That's rough.
That's rough.
But Olive does have the ability to draw 9 cards, 6 being off the Iono, 3 being off the Fez. If they can thin their hand down or use grass energies, if they can thin their hand down, they use the Mew to restart for some cards, and if they can get some grass energies, then they can go ahead and use the Teal Dance to draw an extra card each time they attach a grass energy. But they only have 1 Ogerpon in play, so it's just 1 extra card.
And the thing that definitely helps with Olive too is that there are no charms on any of these like big 2 prizers, so the Radiant Charizard is able to do a lot here and be able to take that big like knockout to kind of help out. Just set the game up for them.
Yeah, it is rough though.
Yeah.
The only thing I could see is that if Alex doesn't find a Sada or like Lightning Energy, Grass Energy, then they can't actually take a knockout next turn onto the Charizard. But it needs to be Charizard into another Charizard attack the next turn, which it's just looking rough.
Up and there's the V.
So we're gonna go ahead and see what the response is on Alex's side. Alec also just has. Oh, they do have the Sada though.
I thought I saw.
have the
I saw.
Ogerpon.
I thought I saw the funny pink card for a second.
The funny pink card would go crazy.
Yeah, the funny pink card.
Is there? No, you just win.
Oh
you
yeah,
just
you
bundle
win.
and win. You literally just
Yep.
bundle and win. There's no out.
Yeah, bundle.
You bundle. They bring up the
Yep.
Ogerpon,
Play the
and
Sada.
then you. Yep, sure. And then you play it. Play that on Sada, and you win.
There we go.
Good job, Alec.
Yeah, Al going to 3-0 here. Do we have another
Alex
game,
3
Bryce?
0, and we're gonna see our backup game
Yeah, so we
of
got
Dragapult Thorns versus Lawson.
yeah. So very interesting matchup here. It doesn't seem like the Iron Thorns is like a really big part of this matchup. But yeah, it's interesting to see Lost Zone here in a meta that's so dominated by Regidrago.
Yeah, you would think that a Lawson player would be scared, but
Yeah.
Michael Davidson showed no fear at the Louisville Regional when Regidrago was like in its peak.
Yeah.
So I guess over here at a local tournament, you have a little less to lose. You're gonna go ahead and play it too.
Yeah. So the trolley coming out for Kev here. And looking to maybe just Evo here. There's not really much that he can do here. Could play the Evo and possibly get some Dracloaks on the board. But I don't know. There's not really much going for him here. It's looking like a pretty slow start. I mean, only 2 cards left. 2 prize cards left for Corey here.
Yeah, the only
Yeah.
thing I can notice is that the Ursaluna does have to switch out, but with the Pokestop staying in play, you just have to Evo for the Toad Scroll.
Yeah.
So then that way, the Pokestop doesn't really do anything. Maybe Corey would fall for the little shenanigans, but the big part is that you want to be able to. Okay, you're
Yep.
preventing the abilities. That's good. You stop the concealed cards. Your opponent's at 2 cards. If you TM Evo into the Toad Scroll and probably another Dracloak.
Yeah, I would think another
drawing more
Dracloak as
cards.
well. That might be the move here. Oh, yeah, so he's going for the Dracloak and he's going for the Toad Scroll.
Yeah, so then that'd be pretty good to see.
Yeah.
That'll be pretty good to see, like, you doing all that you can do.
Yeah, playing to
Because-
your outs is like a really big part of this game. you know?
Exactly. I remember at the 1K where Rafal got second place, he hit Larry in Swiss, and Larry
Yeah.
was playing a Lost Zone deck of sorts. And none of those would go to hand.
Yeah.
Anyways, I guess Corey's just thinning cards out.
Yeah.
I don't know how good that is, but I mean, you're just passing the turn this time around.
Yeah.
I want to see the Hydreigon come out, though. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. Ooh,
We'll
the
go ahead with
Sableye.
the bench for the Sableye. That means no Dino are going to be, or Dino, Dino. None of them are
Ooh,
coming out.
Mirage Gate.
Okay. Well, that is water.
There's
I
so
mean-
many energy.
Oh,
on
okay,
the-
there's energy gone.
Oh,
Okay, that makes a lot more
Yeah.
sense. So you can go like retreat and then lost mine, but then you're just leaving yourself really susceptible to like a Crespin play.
Yeah.
Crespin means that like your opponent's gonna just knock out the Sableye, and then I'm trying to think of the response there.
Yeah.
Because if you do 9 onto one of the Dracloaks, 3 onto the other Dracloak, you don't really knock it out with a Blood
Yeah.
Moon if your opponent attacks with it. So maybe you just go knock out the
3
Toad
energy
Scroll.
retreat onto the into the Sableye here.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe you just knock out the Toad Scroll
Yeah.
then. That's probably what that's probably the problem you're addressing because you
Yeah.
assume your opponent's not playing any stadium bumps. And they're probably just gonna lost my the Toad Scroll.
Oh, going for the
Or
Dracloak
doing that.
here. 3 more on the Dreepy.
I guess. I
All
mean,
right.
yeah, if you have 1 prize left, you just do that.
See what
but-
Kev's got going here. Ooh, not too much here. The other Dracloak would have been very helpful to at least get some extra cards on the board.
Personally, I would have liked just knocking out the Toad Scroll.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the only worry is that if you have something like Iron Bundle and then your opponent has like the Thorns up or if they have the Dragapult EX up, then you can't Iron Bundle out of it.
Yeah.
But still, it's just knocking out the thing that says you can't draw cards from from your discard pile into your hand. It stops your Pokestop, and that's gold right now.
Yeah.
You need that card to win the game, or at least to get out of this rut because you have 2 cards in hand only. Your opponent doesn't need to Iono. You have 2 cards. It's not like you're really gonna swing turns with that. So you gotta find something here. Whether
Yeah.
it's gonna be if you haven't played your Prime Catcher yet and you need to use your Prime Catcher, or if it's gonna be you using, I mean, top decking a Colress would be
Yeah,
great, but
definitely.
realistically, what are your outs? It would be amplified by the fact that if you had Pokestop. So, okay, we see
Ooh.
a Tool,
Oh man,
Pokemon Tool.
Mill 3.
Kev has Night Stretcher. He'll be
Yeah,
alright. No, he doesn't have Night Stretcher
he does
anymore.
not.
Never mind.
No, he used it to grab that lightning energy on the thorns last
True.
turn. Yeah,
So, yeah.
it's kind of a little rough here for him.
I don't think Kevin has an out because he can't Turo his whole board of Pokemon
Yeah.
with 120 or less.
Yeah,
So,
this might just be it.
yeah, I guess
Yeah.
Corey was just putting Kevin on have Crespin or not, and that just might be it.
Yeah.
I think there's not really an out. There's not an attack that does 80 damage on your board, so
Oh,
Oh,
I think
okay.
oh, Turo's
Kevin's trying to
put
find
that back. Yeah.
some out. Let's see if there's there's not
Ooh,
double
there's a
turbo or something. Yeah, those cards don't really do anything
yeah, it's
now.
not gonna do too much.
You are out of it.
Yeah. Yep.
Man, that's
and
the game.
That's it.
Kevin goes down to a Lost Zone deck. So, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe the prizes. I think that was double Crespin in the prizes, I believe.
Yeah, I
So
think so.
that definitely halts your setup.
I know it's like the main supporter that you play in the deck, so it's definitely a little tough. I know like this deck only plays like it's like one or two Poffins, there's like one or two Arvins, and the rest of it is just like
You need that pink card.
yeah, you need the trolley. That's like the biggest part. Yeah, so
So I think since our rounds are done, let's not take a break.
yeah,
Because in spirit of Azul rating us,
yeah, definitely.
I want to hit you with a guess that flavor tag.
Oh, let's do it.
I try to do it every week.
Yeah,
Deck builder approved. Good job, Corey. Yeah, good job, Corey.
Yeah,
Shout out to Corey,
shout out
an
to Corey.
Arizona local coming out here. I asked if they know Jeremy Jellin, and they said they love Jeremy Jellin.
yeah,
Then I messaged Jeremy Jellin, what's your local doing at my local? He loves Corey.
Yeah.
So spread the love. Love your local players.
yeah,
And that's what it's about here
absolutely.
at Nerdage Gaming, we're building communities over here.
Absolutely.
We started with 6-man locals, 8-man locals, and now we're up to 30-player locals.
Yeah, and those
25,
really
30-player
big
locals.
FPE regional type
The
1Ks.
Nerdage Gaming SPE
Yeah.
that I believe Brian and I casted the last, or no, Dan and I casted the last
Yeah.
one. You were busy that day, but
Yeah.
then I think we casted the one before that.
Yeah,
or
something or
maybe
like
we'll
at least
cast the next one.
yeah, or maybe let's
knows?
just go to the top cut of one of the last ones as well.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, I'm
I wanna
always
he- I
down
want
to
to hear
cast
this
them.
this flavor text you got for
This
me.
flavor text.
Yeah.
It rolls on mountain paths to move. Once it builds momentum, no Pokemon can stop it without difficulty.
Oh. And
I
then-
have my guess.
Yeah. So can you read it again?
I'm correct. It rolls on mountain paths to
Okay.
move. Once it builds momentum, no Pokemon can stop it without difficulty.
Okay, so I have like 3 lifelines, right? I have like a
Correct.
set, I have an attack, and I have a stage, right?
The set,
I'll start with the stage.
and show attack.
Yeah, I want to start with the
The
stage. 'cause
stage,
I have like a.
This
have, like-
Pokemon is a stage 1 Pokemon.
Okay, so I'm kind of on the right track. My first guess for some reason was Graveler.
What's your reasoning?
My reasoning, I feel like it's just the most ball-like out of like
The
the
most
Geodude
spherical
line.
Pokemon.
Yeah, because like Golem's got legs, right? Or like at least like big feet. So I was thinking Graveler just because it's the most spherical shaped.
You think a Golem's gonna like
Yeah.
pop or
No,
have
I
some
think-
bounce to
I
it?
think Golem is just gonna kind of waddle.
Okay,
All right, I'm gonna end up using all of them.
sure.
Let's go with an attack next.
An attack. Well, this one has the attack Tackle.
Tackle.
So it being a stage 1 Pokemon with
The
tackle,
tackle.
what does that tell you?
That doesn't really help me much.
It doesn't really help
Yeah.
you. Would you like to know the set?
Yeah, sure. Let's.
This
just
is
do
not
it.
going to really help you either.
Yeah, it's probably
It's
not going
Platinum Arceus.
to. Platinum
Or
Arceus.
Arceus for those that say it. I don't know if it's correct or
Yeah,
not.
I wasn't even playing it this time.
Platinum, yeah.
Platinum Arceus. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna guess Graveler.
It is correct.
As actually.
If you said Graveler level 37.
Wow.
It is the Graveler with 90 HP, so it's level ball searchable. Tackle for double Kodos energy
Wow.
does 30 damage. And then Graveler does 10 damage to itself with its second attack, Double Edge, being fighting colorless, 70 damage.
Definitely. Okay. Okay. I'm glad I got it right. That's
Now,
actually kind of fun.
I want to know this one.
Yeah, let's do this one. So
Make me guess that flavor
I will.
text.
I will make you guess a flavor text. Oh, this is a cool website. Definitely have to use this. All right. So
GuessThatFlavorText.com.
this flavor text is the lump on its back contains its tiny brain. It only thinks of food and escaping its enemies.
Okay, off topic. I I know this is not the Pokemon, but I think of like the Terrapagos, like the little turtle one,
Yeah.
like the not terraform,
Oh
because that one just
yeah.
looks adorable because
Yeah.
it looks like it
It's
has
like
a
a
little
small
lump, but it's
turtle.
not.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of something like I'm thinking like the Reuniclus line,
Yeah.
or like Reuniclus, or however that's supposed to be
Yeah.
pronounced. Whatever,
I know. I
because
kind
it's
of thought
unique.
about that too because like I don't know. That's the only thing that like I
A
would think
lump on its
a
back.
lump or like I think of like tiny brain. I think of like a nucleus or something like that, like a
Yeah.
cell. So I
Oh,
feel like
Reuniclus.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know. Do you want to use any of your lifelines?
I would love to use Lifeline. I would love to use this stage
The
because I hope it's not
stage.
stage 1
Oh, because you
because
don't know the name of it.
it's it's like
It's a stage 1.
Reunicle. No, it's not. It's not Reunicle. I'm making Pokemon names up
Yeah.
here. Dude, stage 1 Reuniclus. Nucleosis. No, it's Duat, Nucleosis, Reuniclus. No. Duat is the water type, right?
Duat's a water type.
Duat's the samurai.
That's a Samurai line.
Dodal? No, it's not Dodal, dude. Oh my gosh. Yo, Pokemon hire me for Pokemon names.
Yeah.
Dewosian.
I think that's
Dewosian. Solosis. Solosis? No, that can't be it. Dewosian? So I
Dewosian.
was right with Dewosian. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, Solo Duo. Dude, I'm cooking. At least I knew Dewosian.
yeah.
So I'm not gonna think that it's Guzma. TS Guzma Solosis. Especially because it's a stage 1.
Yeah.
What's the attack name on it? Give me like a psychic attack.
Body slam?
Body slam. Who's got a lump on their back that knows body
Yeah,
slam? They're
yeah.
gonna whack you with the lump.
Yeah.
What's the set, dude? It's not gonna help me.
Set.
Say black and white, please.
No.
Please.
Fusion Strike.
Fusion Strike.
Dude, it's not.
Wait.
It's a Mew VMAX.
It's Genesect.
Wait, no, it's not.
Genesect is a basic,
Yeah, it's a
but it knows
basic.
fly. I know that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Excelgor, dude, but I don't know enough to say Excelgor.
Oh, that's not, honestly not a bad idea.
No, it's probably a bad guess. Fusion Strike. I played the pre-release. It could be Dracloak. It could be. Does Dracloak have a lump?
I don't know.
No, there's no Dewosian there. Dude, I'm gonna say Dewosian.
All right. Should I just spell it
It's
that way?
Excelgor or Dewosian. You could also just hit show answer.
Oh.
So if you hit submit on anything and
Oh,
tap it
okay.
or show answer.
Sligoo.
Sligoo? This is not a Pokemon, dude.
No
Is
way.
it Hisuian?
No, I think it's just
Does
normal.
Goodra have it has a Hisuian, right?
Yeah, it does.
But does Sligoo have a Hisuian form?
I would assume so.
Sligoo?
Sligoo. From the Goodra line.
Yo, I
That's
was
interesting.
robbed of an
Yeah.
answer. Sligoo with melts
Sligoo.
for 20, body slam for water psychic. Flip a coin if heads, it's paralyzed for 50 damage. That's annoying.
Oh, wow.
It has a Hisui form? Dude, I was robbed.
Wow.
It is a lump. It do be lumping.
That's
Now,
so weird.
let's guess the next one.
Yeah, let's do the next one.
All right. Groups of this Pokemon migrating in search of water have been mistaken for moving forests.
For moving forests.
I'll say it one more time.
Yeah.
Groups of this Pokemon migrating in search of water have been mistaken for moving forests.
Moving forests. So my immediate like
Sligoo is the same. It's not. All Pokemon are different.
I don't know, I think of like a forest. I feel like it's like a flying type or like a grass type.
Well, yeah, migrating in search of
Yeah.
water, dude.
Yeah.
If you know anything about actual birds. What's a grass bird? There's no grass bird, dude.
I mean the Decidueye line is kind of like
Torterra.
that. Right? Torterra.
Torterra. Maybe
Oh,
it's
man.
Torterra.
Maybe. No. it's not-
Torterra.
searching
Torterra used
for
to fly.
water.
Maybe it's Team Rocket blasting off.
Yeah. I don't know. That's so weird. All right,
a
let's
bird,
go
dude.
through some of these lifelines. Let's
I
get
don't know these.
let's get a stage first.
Stage 2 Pokemon.
Stage 2. Oh man.
A grass bird. Well,
Maybe
it's not
like
Corviknight.
yeah, or like
Corviknight's a metal type.
I think my number one answer right now is Decidueye
Deci-
because
the-
that's like the only
Decidueye?
thing I can think of.
All right.
Let's go with the next one. Let's do an attack.
The attack on it is Frenzy Plant.
Frenzy Plant.
I think that's a starter
Venusaur.
Pokemon.
That's a Venusaur attack.
No. because in Pokemon Leaf Green, I know that's the Venusaur
Yeah.
game, but like in Pokemon Leaf Green, you can teach it to all your grass
Oh,
types.
really?
Yeah, if there's one thing I knew from playing, like
Yeah.
I used to use like the DS emulator,
Yeah.
right? Like hacking all my things.
Uh-huh.
I gave everyone Frenzy
Oh,
Plant.
Frenzy
That was
Plant?
all my
Okay.
grass types had like Frenzy Plants. Fire
Yeah.
types have Blast Burn, Hydro Cannon for the
All
waters,
right, let's get the set.
and set Majestic Dawn, Diamond and Pearl.
Diamond and Pearl.
Definitely Torterra.
Ooh.
Okay,
Frenzy
so I
Plant.
was spitting with
Diamond
that
and Pearl.
Torterra guess.
Yeah.
I was spitting.
Ooh.
I wouldn't have guessed it
If
though.
it wasn't a Diamond and Pearl set, I would have guessed Venusaur right away.
Yeah.
But now that you say Diamond and Pearl, it might be Torterra.
I am so ignorant because I
Yeah.
said migrating and I was like, if you know anything about birds. hey, hey, I haven't taken a science class
Yeah.
in like
It's not even like a
Whoa.
science. It's more like a biology or like
okay.
a
biology science, dude.
yeah,
I'm sorry, nurse.
yeah.
Energy nurse. no.
Yeah,
I'm
alright.
better with numbers.
Let's lock in the
Let's go ahead.
Torterra.
Torterra. It's Torterra, level 51 with
Oh, let's
Earthquake for
go.
60 damage. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Torterrible.
Oh,
And it's oh my god, I'll stop. It's okay.
solid work.
Frenzy Plant for 100 for double grass, double colorless. I think the new Torterra is definitely better.
Yeah, definitely.
Hit me with one,
Yeah. Let's go with this next one here.
dude. I'm gonna take a sip of my chocolate drink.
Yeah. All right. So this next one, it uses the horns on its head to sense human emotions. It is said to appear in front of cheerful people. Do you want it again?
Sure.
All right. It uses the horns on its head to sense human emotions.
I'm.
It is said to appear in front of cheerful people.
This is like a really off the wall guess because I know like 5 Pokemon ever. So I'm thinking. don't
Goku says this
slam
one's a
dunk.
slam dunk. Don't let me down.
Okay.
We're pressured now.
Okay. I'm thinking like wait. This is. Oh, wow, Dan. Okay, you don't love me. I'm thinking off the top of my
Oh,
head that
what's
it's like
up, Dad?
Impidimp, Morgrim, or like the last one.
Oh, the last
like
one.
not Pheasantipity.
No, that's
it's
Marnie's Pokemon, right?
What else? What is it called?
Uh,
Grimmsnarl.
Grimmsnarl.
It's good in VG.
Yeah.
I only know Impidimp because the shiny always comes up in like bulk lots that people
Yeah.
have for sale, and I always go like Impidimp is such a silly name. And Morgrim.
Yeah. Uses the horns.
Let
on
me
its
get a
head.
stage.
Let's
If I
get a
get like a
stage.
fairy attack or something on it,
It's a
I'll
basic.
probably guess it. So that's Impidimp. Can I get an attack name?
You can get an attack named Confuse Ray.
Confuse Ray is a psychic type attack.
Yeah.
Since the fairies are psychic types now, that's pretty good. Can I get a set? A set will really tell me.
Dude, you're not gonna believe this.
Base set.
Pop Series 7.
That.
Pop Series 7.
Wait. Oh my gosh. Pop
You-
Series 7 horn on its head? What?
Pop Series 7.
Stantler? Stantler just
Is it-
impaling people that are sad.
It's meta right now in
Wait.
TCG apparently.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, let's
Oh my
think.
god.
What has horns right now that's meta in our
Is it like Umbreon? No, Umbreon doesn't have horns.
No. Oh man. What have we
Not
had?
a little executor.
What have we had on stream
Oh my
today?
gosh. Wait, Gardevoir? No.
No,
No,
Gardevoir
Kirlia?
doesn't have.
Ralts? Ralts has horns.
Does
yeah.
Ralts have horns?
Yeah.
Wanna go
Wait,
with-
you thought it was Ralts? No, but Confuse Ray Ralts. Ralts Confuse. Maybe like a Nidorino. Nidorian. If I guess Nidorian, do I have to say female or male?
I would count both of them to be honest, because I
Both of
feel like
them?
this one's kind of
Because
a
it's not them.
no,
Um,
because I think this one's kind of a kind of a tough one.
Pop Series? Do you
Pop
not know your
Series
pack?
7, no.
It could also be. I'm thinking of like the gold stars, but they don't come out in that. I think the only gold star was there. I'm gonna guess. I do recall a Pop Series having like Blaziken on the front of it or something. So I'm gonna go ahead and guess Ralts because of the
Ralts.
horn on its head.
All right, and then what do I
Let's
do?
see, submit.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Oh,
Let's go.
Ralts,
Yo,
let's
we're actually
go.
crazy
We're
with
cooking.
these.
We're cooking.
I think I got my. You got the Graveler.
I got
I
the
got mine
Graveler.
wrong, right?
Yes, and then we got the Torterra right.
Yeah.
That was kind of like a team
and
effort.
Yeah, it was definitely
Yeah.
after me being so ignorant
Yeah.
about migration
about
patterns.
birds. About birds.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't go bird watching
yeah,
often
I
enough.
don't either.
It's cold in Chicago.
Yeah.
So the next flavor text will say, the way it brushes away grime with its tail can be helpful when cleaning,
Oh man.
but its focus on spotlessness can make cleaning more of a hassle.
Cleaning.
I know it.
Yeah.
I just need the stage.
Tail cleaning. I don't know why, but my first instinct is Smeargle. Yeah. Like if you didn't mention tail, I feel like the first thing that comes to my mind with a Pokemon cleaning is like Blastoise. Have you ever seen that video of like Blastoise
Oh
washing
yeah.
the car?
It
Yeah.
turns it. Oh, convertible!
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
great. I think I know it.
Yeah.
Can I say?
Let's
I
go
think-
with we'll do both of our guesses at the end.
True,
Let's go
true.
through all the lifelines because I'm gonna need all
Let's
of
go
them. anyways.
attack first.
Attack. Go for
Because
it.
I'm gonna be really happy if it's one
Yeah.
of the attacks I know. Cleaning up.
Cleaning up.
Who would have thunk?
Yeah. Cleaning up.
We have cleaning up. It is a basic, and then it is from temporal.
Oh,
forces.
this is Minccino.
Yeah, dude.
It's Minccino.
Have you never seen the card art?
Yeah.
Cleaning up discard.
Yeah.
Double colorless
No, as soon
discarding
as you
tools.
said cleaning up, I was like, it might be Minccino because that's the one that discards the tools. But then as soon as you said like basic and temporal, I was like, yeah, that's definitely it.
I thought about
Minccino.
the call for family art
Yeah.
it's from like
Astral Radiant or Brilliant Stars, I think.
Brilliant Stars, yes.
Yeah.
And it has the it just has it dusting. So I'm like, oh my god,
that's a good
reload.
idea. Yeah.
And
let's
it is the
go.
character rare Minccino. That's
Yeah.
cool.
All right,
with
let's see.
beacon
Let's put
cleaning
your
up.
brother on.
Are you sure?
Let's do it.
We're putting my brother on. You don't tell me what to do, Rafal.
Yeah, we're
I don't care.
I don't know. We kind of want to put Shukri on.
You could go on 2.
Yeah, go on 2.
And,
And
we're gonna
do you
want
want to tell?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to tell Shukri and Adam to go on 1? Cool.
Yeah. We're gonna see some real stellar gameplay.
Yeah. I hope Adam's playing Charizard because I don't know what he's been playing, but I think it's Charizard.
I hope it's Charizard. That would be
Yeah.
pretty nice.
Yeah. And then your brother's playing Drago. Do you got that, Bryce? And then do you know what Rolf and Colin are playing?
Archaludon.
Yeah, Rolf's playing
And
Archaludon and then
Regidrago.
Regidrago for Colin. Perfect. So we can still stay here and do this until we have our
We have
game set
time
up.
for one
I
more.
think we have time for one more.
Do you wanna?
Yeah,
Would you
I'll
like
do
to
it.
do the honors?
I
to
would
me?
love to. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
It has a soft and bouncy body. Once it starts bouncing, it becomes impossible to stop.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah,
Because I think it's the Spoink.
that's what I was thinking too.
No. That's so sad. Can I
Yeah.
get a stage?
Basic.
Oh no. I know the lore.
You know,
can I
yeah.
can I get an attack? Please
Inquire.
inquire.
Yeah.
Does it have a mustache? I would like to inquire. That's so bad.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You want the set?
Yeah, let me get a set. Please don't be. It's so sad though. Like, who made that flavor text?
Yeah.
Like, you need a
Diamond
hug.
and Pearl, great encounters.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Not
Spoink?
hop hit, but spoink. Yeah, I
Let's
think
actually
it's
type it out
spoink.
here. Wrong guess.
What?
Igglybuff.
One of my favorite Pokemon ever, and I didn't guess it. At least it's not spoink, dude. That's
Yeah,
so sad. I do
definitely.
think I have that Igglybuff in my bag though.
Yeah.
Let's see.
the
I meant low key
Igglybuff.
have that Igglybuff. It's my little good luck charm I got from my friend Gina.
Yeah, so this
She-
this attack is called
Yeah,
Inquire.
I have it
Oh
in my
wow, you
backpack.
have it right here.
I have it in my backpack. Bryce can confirm I have it in my
Yeah.
backpack just because Gina gave me this Igglybuff like 5 or 6 years ago and
Oh
said like,
wow.
you like Igglybuff, right? Here's an Igglybuff, like some old one. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, so this Inquire card, draw a card. If you didn't play a supporter from your hand during this turn, draw 2 more cards.
Yo, that card's broken.
Yeah,
And it attacks for free.
attacks are free.
Let's turn you put Jigglypuff.
What do you think, Bryce? Do you think we have time for one more while they're setting up?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's try. We'll speed run this one.
All right.
A tale is told of a town that angered blank. Before the sun rose the next day, flames utterly consumed the town, leaving not a trace behind.
Let me get a stage.
Stage 1.
I'm thinking this is a stage 1 that's like the final evolution.
I'm thinking like Magmar for some reason.
Is Magmar stage 1?
It is. I think so because
No, it would be
Magby-
Magmortar.
Okay, because I
In
thought
the cards at least.
Oh yeah, in the
Magby's a
cards.
baby.
Yeah,
It's just a
Magby.
boy.
Yeah,
Just a baby.
the Magmortar
It
kind of
is
sounds like a better.
Igglybuff. Igglybuff's like top 3 for me.
Yeah.
It's like Igglybuff. It's Rowlet number 1.
Yeah.
Igglybuff, and
All right,
then
let's get the
Piplup.
next 2. We have a Splash Burn attack, and it's from Burning Shadows.
Splashburn from Burning Shadows. It has to be Magmortar.
Magmortar.
It has to be. I think it's just that.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and see what it is. Gyarados.
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 Gyarados. It's in flames.
Gyarados doesn't do fire. It's a water type.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I am terrible at Pokemon
Yeah.
knowledge. If I'm on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, I'm
Yeah.
calling somebody else. I'm calling like Rafal, dude.
Yeah.
Rafal knows everything, and I know nothing.
All right.
And
So we have our matchup here. It's Zard and Drago.
for a sec, I thought Adam just drew past, and I'm like, dude, you have a
Nah.
double buddy pop and Ultra Ball
Dude,
Candy,
double candy.
double candy.
This is actually such a crazy hand
This
too.
is gonna be a really good game.
Yeah.
Going second though kind of sucks, and my brother's is like showing his prizes to us. Yeah, we're gonna look at his deck. Let's see what he has. Oh yeah, he has Grass Energy. Okay, okay,
Yep.
okay. Where are we going?
Where are we going?
We're going to Disney World. I just like saying that because
Yeah.
someone was asking me about worlds. They're like,
Yeah.
"You went to Japan, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I was like, Hawaii was last year. I didn't go though." They're like, "Where's it now?" I'm like, "Disney World."
Disney World.
It's
'Cause
Disneyland,
that's
but
like the
yeah.
only thing that Anaheim has, right? Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm gonna be surprised if it has like a Target or something,
Yeah.
like a CVS, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if food is over there or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had Disneyland. So
Disneyland.
hopefully all my homies go to Disneyland.
Yeah.
And we see some shuffling. He nestballed for that. He has a good follow-up turn too.
Yeah.
He just has to go ahead and attach this
Yeah.
fire.
Attach the
He's
fire.
discarding the Kyurem next turn though, which is
Yeah.
pretty huge.
I wonder if
Um,
Adam plays Manaphy, because that would be kind of huge.
if Adam plays Manaphy, this seems a lot better for Adam. I think he's been toying around with. Oh my
Oh
goodness.
man.
You would love to Buddy Poffin for a V Pokemon, but let's go ahead and see what's happening
I
here.
think he has a nest ball in hand too. Or is
Oh
it-
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's double Buddy Poffin,
Oh, an Ultra
four
Ball.
Steel Stone, Ultra Ball, triple Candy, and you cannot Ultra Ball away anything.
Yeah.
I think he has to go for Manaphy though.
Yeah.
It's just like you grab like Charmander,
I think you go double Mander here, right?
definitely double Mander,
Yeah.
because you don't want to get targeted down unless my brother goes like, which Shukri is my brother for those that
Yeah.
don't know. Unless you go Halucha plus Prime Catcher and then Dragapult both of them, which is really hard to get off.
Yeah.
So I think if Shukri can, he's gonna go like knock out the active Duskull and then knock out Pidgey to make it way harder for Adam. And we're gonna go ahead and see the follow up.
Yeah.
If Adam can hit like Arvin here, that's really insane.
Yeah, definitely.
You just want to have like things to Ultra Ball away. Like if he hits like Research off the top deck, which I don't think he plays. Some Zards play it as a one of. No, Jackson Ford is a really good player with the deck, and he plays a one of.
Yeah, I played it. It's a completely different format, but I played a one of research when I played it at Charlotte. And I actually really liked it. It was really nice when you had like a 0 card hand and you just quick search for it. It definitely felt
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
I think so. If I'm Shukri, I would. Well, he's gonna draw with the Teal Dance first before he does anything because
Yeah.
he's gonna go Teal Dance and then probably Ultra Ball away whatever he draws, and then grab a Regidrago because he's getting rid of the Kyurem right here.
Yeah.
You would like to draw into like an attacker. That would be like his plot armor, right?
Yeah.
And he draws into the Giratina, which is, I mean, he's partially there.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna go like,
Double grass here.
yeah, double grass, and then Seal Dance one, Ultra
Yeah.
Ball with the other.
Or you can manually attach the other one too.
Yeah, like Teal Dance to the bench, manually
Yeah.
attach the other one.
Yeah.
But Teal Dance first, see what you draw because you can Ultra Ball that and Giratina away for the Regidrago V-Star.
Yeah.
Or if you just draw
Like
Regidrago, draw an
E-switch, yeah.
attacker, E-switch, then you just withhold that. You probably just withhold the attachment for turn then, which is kind
Yeah.
of rough. He's gonna Ultra Ball away Nest Ball.
Nest Ball and
Dude,
Giratina.
it's kind of funny because he has like no good attackers to be
Yeah.
honest. It would be really good if he can find like the
Is there a world where okay, I was
yeah
thinking
he
like
just goes
this,
for
yeah.
that instead because
And then just hopefully you just draw into the Drago V Star
exactly
off the research.
the Nest Ball is not really that good anymore just because like sure you're gonna have to get your other Drago eventually but I don't think it's gonna knock out turn 2
Yeah.
and if you do nothing right now then it's not gonna get knocked out unless Adam can go like Rare Candy Dusktor or just Dusclops into the
Yeah.
Drago
Oh, so
counter catcher it
uh,
ruh-roh. That is a rough hand.
ooh, I mean we got the V Star.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, right.
yeah.
Because he got rid of Pulse.
Yeah.
He has the V-Star. He can go like Ultra Ball away Egg plus.
It's just that we need one more energy. That's the problem.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
At least he got the V-Star, so
Yeah.
he can V-Star turn 2 V-Star, or he can just go Evolve V-Star Pass.
Yeah.
that's nice. You force your
Yeah.
opponent to have a lot more cards.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world as well, just because unless like Adam's able to get like a Duskull or Dusclops play to like knock out like something. Ooh, I actually do kind of like this play because if you know
Yeah,
that you're not going to be able to get the first knockout here, um, retreating into Cleffa and starting your next turn with like a really big hand is a really great idea. And you force the one prizer up too, so it's like it's not giving Adam much of a two prize like kind of like kind of turn.
exactly.
Yeah,
You don't sack something active that could get like Dusclops plus Charizard.
yeah,
So the Burning Darkness plus the 50 damage from the Dusclops doesn't come up. So yeah, actually sacking the Clef is pretty good here.
yeah,
I like that play actually from Shukri.
yeah. I wonder if there's anything else you can kind of just like thin out.
I don't know if I would have been to that. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay. But I mean, I guess you just want to draw the one extra card off of
yeah,
it. That card could be it could be the difference maker. It could be the energy switch, the prime catcher, the boss. I believe Shukri already has Cologne in hand. Is
yeah,
Cologne SCR, I think. So we're gonna see. He
yeah.
draws one.
Cologne
No,
would,
that's it. The
yeah.
grass energy is the last card. So
Boston, he's got Boss Cologne. That actually is kind of
boss Cologne
crazy.
is really funny.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna
All
see
right, Adam.
Adam's turn. Adam drew Ultra Ball for the turn, so he's gonna get
Yeah.
rid of one of these rare candies, which is
I feel like maybe get
oh,
rid
he
of the
drew fire for turn
stone.
actually, maybe fire or Ultra Ball, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, getting rid of double Ultra Balls
Yeah.
kind of rough. He's probably gonna go Pidgeot here, rare candy
Yeah.
Pidgeot for Arvin or Lumen. Lumen is
Ooh,
cool too,
Lumen's fine.
because then you can get a supporter for turn and then get accessibility to
And you
that
also, yeah, the Forest Seal
Force
Stone.
Seal Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah. I do like this.
grabbing Arvin. Off the Arvin though, there's nothing like Evo Incense. He doesn't play a Terra Ball. If he played Terra Orb, then he can grab something like that. Ooh, let's see what he's doing. If he played Terra Orb, he can grab something like that Charizard off the Terra Orb and
Yeah,
then really
definitely.
have his combo pieces. But it's just not that good in the deck.
No.
If Charizard could get searched off of that Feather Ball, yeah, you would play one of the Charizard. But the Terra Orb's not that good because it's only Charizard that you can
Yeah.
search, and usually just quick search for it. He's also debating playing that, getting a boss's order off the
Yeah.
Lumion.
Okay, so the Arvin grabs,
Defiance. He
yeah,
can go like
Defiance and
if he can piece it together, but I don't think he has the ability to. But he can go um, Dusclops or Dusknoir, the benched Regidrago without energy, Defiance Belt, the Charizard,
yeah.
counter catcher up the Regidrago with energy and then knock it out. But like there is no amount of cards in his hand to do that.
Yeah.
He needed if he had his whole hand and then he had like free cards to discard, then he had double Ultra
Yeah.
Ball, triple Candy. Yeah, you could pull off every play you want. But sometimes when you draw these really, really good cards, then dude, you just like have nothing to discard. They're playing it out right now for $20 in store credit, so that
Yeah.
just means you get to play the next two locals for free.
Yeah, definitely. Or if there's like something you like in the case, you can kind of just like put it towards that as well.
Yeah, if you want to come back tomorrow and get some, I don't know, prismatic evolutions, then
Yeah,
maybe you could do that.
definitely.
But we're gonna see what Adam does here, and Adam does play really, really nice rarities.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's not using the Charizards right now because I think he owns them. The nicer
Yeah.
Charizards,
I don't know.
whether it's the alt arts or the play promo ones.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he owns those, but that's besides the point. He knows how to play the deck. That's what matters. He's on triple candy though, which is something.
All right. So we're probably gonna see. Oh, is he just gonna? Oh, he still has attachment for turn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he put the energy on the active. He's gonna go ahead
Oh,
and
pass.
pass with that active.
Wow. Interesting play here.
So if Shukri wants, he can go take two prizes by knocking out Charmander and Duskull, and then Adam has to respond
Yeah.
with Defiance Belt plus. Man, Shukri top decking Regidrago Feaster. Good luck per
Yeah.
usual.
I know.
But if Adam, but he also is, I think, playing this pretty well.
Yeah, definitely.
If I mean, Shukri can go. I'm trying to think. The Boss Cologne play is possible, especially because that means that you don't even use your V Star yet, which is pretty good.
Yeah. And you can also do like a three prize play in the way of like taking out the Luminion. So there's a lot of ways around this.
Yeah, if you take two right now, but if you put
Yeah.
like if
And
you
I mean, you
boss
could,
Manaphy and then
yeah,
you knock out like Dust Skull plus Charmander and then put 110 on the Lumineon, you can clean it up with Phantom
yeah,
Dive later. But additionally, you leave it so that it can't get Thorntoned.
yeah,
So your opponent can't Thornton that into something because then when they Thornton it, it gets knocked out right away. So you stop your opponent from that.
yeah. I
Um,
mean, there's even the play with the Ogerpon. The Ogerpon has 2 energy already. You can manually
exactly.
attach. You can take out the Charizard that way. So there's definitely a lot of ways that Shukri can go around this and pretty much just like get himself a win off of it.
Ogerpon knocking out Charizard would be pretty huge.
Yeah,
But we're gonna go ahead and see what Shukri's about to do. He still
yeah,
has his V Star, which is pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and see.
yeah. Say Charizard player here. Disagree with not taking out the Cleffa into Drago. You can't afford to lose tempo. Yeah, I can definitely see a line with that. Yeah, there's definitely like a lot of ways around the matchup. So it's always good that we can kind of use these as like a way to kind of learn our matchups ourselves because I mean we only have so much time to kind of just play, right?
Exactly, and these
Yeah.
players,
I
I
mean, this
know
is how I get my testing because I don't get to play very often. So
exactly.
I pretty much get it by just like watching everybody else play.
When I
Yeah.
was on my streak of I think I got like 4 day 2s in a row, and I was just playing a lot of Pokemon, but
Yeah.
not a lot of online Pokemon. It was more so just like staying in a call with a friend, doing a lot of
Yeah.
theorying. Given it was single strike Lugia, so how much theory can you do?
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
but it is it's a super early line.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Ooh, taking out
Checking out the
the
Cleffa.
Pidgeot here. Interesting. And
It's the combo maker, I guess, if
yeah,
you take out the Pidgeot. But
yeah, I
yeah,
do
taking
want
out
to
the Cleffa
see.
probably seems like a super valid
Yeah.
strat.
Ooh, I feel like I kind of like the idea of taking one off of each ogre pawn. That's just me though.
As long as you're okay, we're
Ooh,
gonna see why the
ooh, the
fire. I mean,
fire.
Shukri's run. I think he's running the 2 fire SER.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
okay, well he has the fire in hand, but
He's got one in
you have
hand.
to assume your opponent's gonna get rid of it though.
Yeah,
I don't know. I would kind of like to see just like double grass out.
yeah,
Then again though, if this Drago gets knocked out, then you have double grass in the discard pile, so then that way SER outs are possible.
yeah.
But what was I saying? The holy moly, I lost my
Yeah,
track.
4 day 2s in
Oh,
a
4 day
row.
2s in a row. Okay,
Goat
so
mo.
oh my gosh, no, I'm washed.
Yeah,
I don't have any day 2s since like the 20, I don't know, pre-COVID era.
yeah,
Um, but I think that like I was doing a lot of like theorying and like that really helps too. As long
yeah,
as you can talk about Pokemon, if you can explain what you're talking about, then that's really the most important part because once it comes up in play, you just hopefully remember it and then you can
yeah.
execute your game plan.
Definitely.
And especially because like we're busy bees, like we don't have
Yeah,
a lot of time for this
I
stuff.
know, right? Like I think I've played like 2 locals in the last like month.
Really?
Yeah, I know. And then like there's a league challenge on Sunday, and that's gonna be the first one that I have since that I've done since like I think November.
Dude, I
Yeah,
feel like I have not played any Pokemon,
yeah,
but at the same time, I either play a lot at locals or I just like chill out at home.
yeah,
And I've been playing like a lot of like party games.
yeah, definitely.
It's just it's fun to just stay in the loop with your friends, and sometimes that's all you need. You need to
Yeah,
check up on your friends, play with them.
definitely.
Um,
I think Shukri
even
still
if it's
does
not
have V
Pokemon.
Star.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Shukri still has access to his V Star. He's covering it with his Lost Zone though, when
yeah,
it should be the other way around. For what it's worth,
yeah,
but we're gonna go ahead and see him attach the Fire Energy. And did Adam just pass again?
yeah. I think he did.
Dude, I mean, Shukri taking out the Pidgeot's a pretty good plan,
Yeah, it
only
was.
because it's the combo maker. You know, you get the Pidgeot into play because it searches you one card every turn, so it just searches the missing piece. And I
Yeah,
think Adam's already down his V Star, his V Astro,
yeah,
for the time being
yeah. He
until it
used it
rotates.
to kind of set up his board, get the rare candy Pidgeot and Zard
Yeah.
play.
So
Yeah,
I don't know. We're gonna have to see how Adam's gonna bring it back. The
yeah.
energy switch onto
Ooh,
the
interesting. He could put it on the
Regidrago.
Drago.
So I
Yeah.
guess Shukri's just going for like
Because I feel like in most instances of playing this matchup, you kind of take your first 2 prizes with the Regidrago, and then you take the rest of them with Ogerpon.
all right, so we're gonna see one more hit the discard.
Yeah,
All
so we're
right,
using the
Shukri's
V Star
if
here
he
now.
has
I think he's trying to look
boss,
for like a boss play or
he
something
might go
like
for like a
that.
phantom dive play
Yeah, onto
onto
like the Duskull.
Well, he might go like Phantom Dive onto like Luminia and Duskull, and then, well, he's threatening the last prize, but
Yeah,
we'll go ahead and see what's happening.
yeah,
It's probably just boss Phantom Dive.
yeah,
If he had, no, he doesn't have access to Halucha. His bench is full. It's probably just boss Luminion plus Duskull.
yeah,
I don't think you skip the Briar play. You go down to one prize. Your opponent can't activate Duskull the rest of the game. They're still at 6 prizes. It's not more so about winning the game, but don't you just think it's about making sure you don't lose?
yeah. I think so. It's kind of like how we were talking about round one, like creating those checkmate scenarios, those checkmate boards, and we saw Larry kind of do that a little bit earlier, but yeah, interesting way to kind of go about this matchup here. And I will say, like, even though people say that this matchup is like very like Drago like favored, which it is, I do think it's a lot closer than people say it is. There's definitely been like times where if the Charizard player is just much better, they can definitely take the win against like a more average like Regidrago player or someone who just doesn't have as much experience playing the deck. So it's definitely a winnable matchup, and it just shows how strong like Charizard is as a deck. So it looks like we're getting the Apex Dragon, and I think we're putting using the Phantom Dive to kind of spread the damage counters
Hey,
around.
every matchup is unique sometimes,
Yeah.
and I guess we're gonna see one on each of
Yeah.
those.
And a lot of our players like to use our locals as kind of like testing, so they use it as like a way to kind of theory
Test
and
out the different routes,
yeah,
and you
different
get to see
lines and
like,
stuff like that. Because like you could think of one line, it's kind of like the theory we were kind of talking about, where it's like they think of one line, but then they end up going with a different line. So yeah, there's definitely some different ways out of this. Ooh, so we see the Radzard come down here. I would like to see this Iono come out too. Yeah, the Briar is not going to be super useful here anymore. Let's see what the Rod grabs.
so we're seeing. All right, he's using the Fez before the Rod.
Yeah,
Yeah, and for anyone watching too, if someone takes a play back, like this is just locals too.
yeah,
This is testing grounds. Like we don't care about winning a match as more so we do like
just learning.
really,
Yeah,
yeah, learning
yeah,
and testing out your matchup knowledge or even just routes to victory, just so
yeah,
that way when it comes time for the actual regional that you're attending or the major, you are as best practice as possible.
yeah,
Just so
definitely.
that way, like we want to see each other do well. Like I love seeing people from the area do well. I take a lot of pride in like being from Chicago and
Yeah,
seeing all of our local players at least have one day two or
yeah,
just striving for that one day
yeah.
two. I love
Still working on it.
I know I hope that I'm there for
Yeah,
your first day two because nothing would make me happier
yeah,
than to give you a big hug after the event.
absolutely,
That would be so
absolutely.
great.
Yeah,
And I mean, we have players who their first day two is actually like a cash finish.
yeah.
I know that like when Dan got top eight, I was ecstatic to
Oh,
see.
everybody was so
Oh my god,
happy
it was
about
so
that.
great. We had a lot
Yeah,
of people approaching him too, and they're like, "Hey Dan, can I get an autograph?" And I'm
yeah,
like, "That's Dan though. You
yeah,
okay?
yeah.
That's good guy Dan."
Yep,
So it's it's so nice to see that how far people have come.
definitely.
Um,
So let's see
so
if Shukri's able to close out the game here.
well,
Does he have E-Switch?
I mean, he has research.
He has research.
He has
He's got
research.
yeah, he's got Rod.
You played Dan at Toronto.
Yeah.
Well, Dan was playing a bad deck, you would say. So I hope that game went well, and I hope
Yeah.
that you had a fun time versus Dan.
Yeah, he's
But I don't
always
think he had
yeah,
a fun time with his deck.
yeah.
But I hope that you both had
He
a
had
great
he
set.
I think he had fun at the event though. I think everyone had
Yeah,
fun at Toronto.
Toronto
It's
was a
just so
pretty cool
much
place to
fun.
be at,
Yeah.
and yeah, Shukri over here hitting research off of these
Yeah.
Ionos, dude. I was on Charizard. I
Yeah.
won. Dude, okay.
Yeah.
Beating an Iron Thorn's Pult on Charizard is pretty crazy.
All right, so let's see this research.
All right.
All
That's
right.
Fire in time is crazy.
Oh, you got it.
Shukri the goat.
Yeah.
That's my brother.
You got it.
All right, and my brother's crazy with it.
Crazy.
All right, Shukri, play that E switch.
There we
BMM.
go. Boom.
BMM. That deserves 5 big booms.
Boom.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh man, what a way to finish off our night
Yeah,
here.
good job, Shukri.
Yeah.
Closing out with a dub. That's $20 store credit I will be taking. Not actually. I have accrued my own store credit
Yeah.
through the means of selling cards because here at Nerd Rage Gaming, we buy, we sell, we trade.
Yep.
Bring your cards. Come out for a locals if you're ever here. If you're from the Arizona
Yeah.
area, like our friend Corey,
Yeah.
I mean, ask him how he liked it. I'm pretty
Hmm.
sure he had a pretty good time.
Yeah, definitely.
Nerdage Gaming is always a vibe to be at, and we love seeing new faces here, and we love seeing old faces here too.
Yeah, definitely. So here's our schedule that we have at NRG. We do every big game here. You know, we got Magic, Digimon, One Piece, Lorcana, Pokemon's on Thursdays. So we do different Magic formats too. So definitely have a lot to offer here. So if there's a game that kind of interests you, you know, come out, play. We have a very welcoming community, and we'd love to see you in the store. So yeah, come out.
Exactly. If there's not a game that's here, you could still gather with your friends and come here. The area is pretty nice. There's a lot
Yeah,
of food places outside of NRG,
yeah.
and
Just a bigger store now too. We did there's some renovations that were done, so there's a lot more seating and all of that too.
exactly, it used to maybe not be a little cramped, but we just wanted more and more area.
Yeah,
And now we have it after the renovations were done. So you can always gather with your friends and play. This is a really friendly shop to come to. Bryce and Zeke are two awesome men that are always here
yep,
helping out at the store. And they're two homies that I'm glad I knew through playing Pokemon here
yeah,
and actually just coming to the store.
absolutely.
If I can drive an hour for this store, you can book that plane ticket
Yeah.
and come here. I'm paying
Yeah.
gas. You can pay for that ticket.
Yeah.
And if you're in the area, you have no excuses to not come here.
Yeah,
There's a lot of people who come here that can give you a ride if you don't have a car, or
yeah,
just make that drive. It's
yeah.
worth it.
It's definitely worth it.
Come out. We always, if you want to follow us on our Facebook group too, we usually post about our bigger events for every card game.
Yeah,
There was just the 3v3 for One Piece happening. There was the Digimon Nationals that a Nerd Rage Gaming player actually got top 4 in. So, I haven't played Digimon in about like 2 years, and I was just so happy. I was ecstatic to find out that one of them got top 4.
yeah,
So
definitely.
there's plenty of things going on with Nerd Rage Gaming. Follow
Yeah.
us on socials.
Yeah, our Twitter's at NRGTCG for our Pokemon team, and then at _Rage Gaming for the main store's Twitter. So you guys can follow us at those, kind of keep up to date at what we're doing as well.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Thank you all for viewing it. Thank you to Azul for the raid.
Yeah.
And we hope to see you next weekend as we prepare for the last time before the San Antonio Regional and possibly the last time with this standard format
Yeah.
before Badoo
Badoo,
comes out.
definitely. So thanks again, everybody. We hope to see you guys next week, Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks again.
You all have a wonderful night.